Hello? No.
Hello?
Oh, there he is.
Are you yelling at me?
You're very quiet.
Sorry, I can yell if you want.
Um, I mean,
Oh!
oh, all right. Thank you.
Huh?
For real though, how's the volume?
Wait, what's up? Is it
I
okay?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're good. I just want to make sure.
Sorry. Um, are we doing the first ones you sent first, or the
Yeah,
second ones
yeah.
you sent?
CCG first, and then the unmarked ones.
Alright. Collectible card game? Nice, nice.
Unfortunately not, because then we'd have an expert in the call.
I would feel more comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Um, well, I played some League games last night, so that was
True. You did.
different. Why is the community so toxic? Like, why haven't they just like stopped being toxic yet?
I don't
I
know,
think
man.
they should do that.
Yeah, they definitely should, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's on Riot's to-do list at some point.
What was the name of the rioter like years ago? Was it Riot? Was it Riot Light? Is that who it was that would like call people out for toxicity on like the forums? People would be like, "Oh, I got banned for no reason,"
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
he would come out and like fucking smite the shit out of them and be like, "Actually,
yeah.
here are the logs. You're a
Let's
toxic piece of shit."
light smites. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. We need Riot Light back. That's
I kind of need the
that's what I
tribunal
think.
back, cause like sometimes that shit was sad, but like every once in a while it'd be pretty fun, you know?
Um, I had an issue where like when I first started, I did the tribunal because you got like blue essence for it, right?
Yeah,
And I was like, okay, I can use this to buy new champions. Um, and every time that I did it, I just disagreed apparently with like the entire community on whether or not, they should be punished. So I never got any blue essence for it. And I was like, oh well, shit. Okay, I guess I won't do this anymore. Like I feel like people were charmed by stuff like Mundo's shoe shop. I was like, well, this
that
person should probably be banned.
yeah that's probably still bannable, but like it is funny at least,
you know.
At least there's some humor, right?
Yeah, I could see it being funny, but when I'm putting in like, oh, they should be punished, and it's like,
No,
well, actually, 67% of the community does not agree with you. I'm like, shit, what the fuck, guys? Do you want to play against us?
no. If I'm in that game, I don't want that to happen. But like
Yeah,
the log is like if your friends were in on that or something, like it'd be funny.
and it's objectively funny to read,
Yeah.
without a doubt. But yeah, I don't
Anyway, you ready for some objectively funny League of Legends? That's a
know.
and a half.
Absolutely.
All right.
That was impressive.
Was it? I pulled that one
Yeah,
out
I
of
think
an orifice. I'm not sure which one, but like one
I
of them.
think you should do like radio work. Your ability to jump from topic to topic with really clever segues is really impressive.
Yeah, I have the face for radio too. Um, let's get started. If you're ready, I don't know if you have the game
Yeah,
loaded and whatnot. Okay. Do you have all the
I do.
models and whatnot? Because that's
I
also
do.
apparently important now. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Uh, so anyway, this is LRS week number 4. My name is Maris. My co-caster is literal world finalist Aikedo. Um, yeah, this is RotM Darkwind taking on Crystal Cave Gaming Amethyst. Uh, I don't know what else
Crystal
to intro.
Cave
Oh,
Gaming.
yeah, Crystal Cave, unfortunately.
Is that a euphemism?
It could be.
I don't- no. It's
Darkwind's 0-2 coming in, and Crystal Cave is 2-0. I think that covers everything that's important and salient. You want to introduce the blue team?
absolutely blue side of the rift. We have Darkwind, ROTM. You know him, you love him. Top lane playing the Trundle is Lipo lane. Seaver Fever on the Jarvan jungle. Mid lane Hokage with the Cassiopeia mid. And then Colbrand and Blacksalt with the Ezreal Nautilus bottom lane.
All right, I hate to do this. We're gonna pause on a countdown.
Oh god.
Three,
Okay.
2, 1, pause. 58
Okay.
seconds.
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna hit backspace to go back 15. Because
Okay.
Gwen doesn't have any fucking items, and it's a bug because she does. As soon as I hit backspace, she has them now. So I'm at 43 seconds.
Okay, same.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay.
That means you have to do the last 15 seconds of my intro again. Is that right?
Okay, yeah, you want to redo your intro then?
No, no, it's okay.
Okay. I didn't know if you wanted the opportunity, you know. I hope this isn't an issue with live, because we're gonna do that tomorrow. I haven't actually done a live cast on this patch. Anyway, on the top side of the map, wearing the red health bars are apparently a euphemism. Crystal Cave Gaming Amethyst. Eddie HH in the top lane will be playing the Teleport Ghost Gwen. In the jungle is CCG Saursa? Saursa?
Ursa?
Saorsa.
I think it's Sword Art Online. Ursa. I think that's what it is.
Yeah,
Like
that.
every time we say their name, it's Sword Art Online Ursa.
Okay. I'm not doing that, but that's an idea. But they're on Sejuani. Slipstream in mid lane playing Anivia, and Gleason and Sornads?
Sornads.
Sornad. Oh,
Yeah, I think that one's definitely.
okay, yeah. No, that's fair. They're playing Yasuo and Rel for some reason. All right.
Which is
Well,
pretty pog. That's a bot lane.
I'm just
Um,
so like our one of our cats is named Soren, and like Bjergsen's name is Soren. So I went there
uh-huh.
first, but yeah, you're right.
No, now that you've mentioned it, it could be Soren ads or Soren ADS. That's aim down sights.
Oh,
It could be like
true.
their
Black
okay.
Salt aiming right down the sight to hit that hook. And that's another.
Oh
God.
my god, dude, you're fire. That was
Uh,
impressive.
no, I couldn't continue it because it was too stupid. I wouldn't be a very good LCS caster because I just say shit like that and then derail the whole thing. And like
I think if you
every
commit
once in a
to it.
while, Flowers does that, but like it's not every single time, right?
I think you have to commit to the bit sometimes.
Yeah.
Like it starts out as funny, then it gets a little bit stupid, and then it gets funny again if you just like keep committing. So I think that it's just kind of the curve you got to get over. Um, but no, the spot lane for Darkwind did get the push early, got the level advantage, so was able to apply quite a bit of pressure. And fortunately, though, getting pushed back by the Yasuo. Yasuo, a little scary. He's definitely a type of bot laner that doesn't feel like he should do well down here, but every time you play against him, he just kind of runs you over.
Yeah, specifically is pretty good against Ezreal because he can block, literally everything in Ezreal's kit, which is kind of disgusting. Also, most of the stuff in
Huh.
Nautilus's kit, and by most of it, I mean the hook specifically. But
True, which is most of a Nautilus's kit, to be honest.
yeah,
Um,
I never know. I don't know why that cracks me up in particular so much. Is just Rel's walking up and queuing something because it does like 19 damage and heals like 19. Like,
Jarvan might be getting cut out here.
okay, yeah, that's actually more important thing that's happening. Seaver Fever has to EQ away,
Okay,
but Slipstream and Soursa
okay.
are still here. The crashdown didn't pan out exactly how Mr. Nads wanted it to, and so Colbrand and Black Salt are fine. God,
A little bit stuck on the wall there, but
yeah,
overall still, they were able to push Seaver Fever off of the crab, meaning that Saorsa is going to be able to pick up both of those and have quite a bit of an advantage here in the early game. Jarvan not exactly known for his clearing capabilities, so when he's falling behind this early, doesn't bode well. He's definitely a champion who kind of needs to make something happen, otherwise he's just going to be an ult bot, mid to late game. Looks like he's looking for something here in the bottom lane, but Gleason and Sornats are playing very respectfully here.
yeah. The matching backs in the mid lane as well, gonna net both of those characters a Tear the Goddess early, so no mana problems in my game. Um,
And that recall is probably favorable for mid lane Hokage. We had seen it earlier. He had gotten the wrong side of some trades there in the early game, so being able to pick up that recall without getting punished too much. In fact, has a CS lead, so is doing pretty well there in the mid lane so far.
yeah, I mean part of that was Slipstream walking down
True.
presumably to catch Seaver Fever, but then just kind of committed to the bit and went all the way down to bottom lane.
Yeah. Trundle top. Is this a thing?
It's a thing. I don't. It doesn't feel like it'd do super well into Gwen specifically,
Wow.
but
And you can chomp her, and like she gets a ton of resistances from her W. I imagine if you ult her during her W when she comes out, she'll have like negative resistances. It's
yeah,
kind of like the Sejuani effect.
it's more the fact that like the AD steal doesn't matter as much. Lane is pretty dead. That's a
Oh,
he's actually fine.
okay.
The flash, okay, but the flash follow
Uh,
with the Arctic Assault for first blood from Sayorsa.
but he did end up trading 2 for 1 on the summoners, so not the worst thing in the world. Not ideal, but it's okay.
Yeah,
I'd be interested. I'll go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm a little worried about his minion wave though as a result of that.
Uh, well, let me take a peek at it.
Maybe
It is pushing into him, so he
okay,
is fine.
never mind. I'm not worried about him at all. He's fine.
Yeah, he's
Everything's great.
got it. It's great.
It's a top lane paradise. The enemy
I,
jungler's there. Yours hasn't been on that half of the map.
and I don't know where Draven has been.
Oh, that
Wait,
hook was dirty.
okay.
All right. Gleason is ignited. He's pretty low. Colburn also ignited, but in comes Slipstream on the teleport. Not able to find that Flash Frost. Meanwhile, the two junglers are duking it out up on the top side. Colburn's going to be caught behind the wall, flip back in. Oh, he's trying to trade with Gleason, but just not quite the range on the Mystic Shot. Black Salt in a little bit of trouble here. Going to get stunned up, but he gets back to the safety of his tower. So, one kill in the bottom lane for CCG is... Feels like that collapse should have netted them a little bit more, honestly.
Yeah, it was a great teleport coming in from Slipstream, instantly coming through. So I'm used to saying Strim instead of Stream because that's like the meme.
Yeah.
So instead of saying Slipstream, it's bad.
Well, isn't it Swimstream? That's his name?
It is Swimstream. That's where like the
Yeah.
meme comes from. So
Okay.
like in the community, everyone calls them streamers.
Okay.
It's
Eddie is experiencing actually the AD stolen that I was laughing at earlier, but that looked pretty
uh
effective. Yeah.
I Trundle has always been sort of notorious for being the type of champ you can't really ever fight straight up. If he's able to just beat your ass in, he steals all of your stats and then just smacks you around a few times. And able to do that there even after giving up first blood is pretty good.
Yeah, Dragon gonna go the way of CCG and Sayorsa soloing it out on the Sejuani. We hadn't talked at all. How do you feel about the Predator? They did buff Predator a little bit, but I don't know that that's enough to like make it good, right?
I mean, if it enables your ganks, I mean, it can only be so bad, right? Like your Sejuani, you don't really need Aftershock. For the longest time, you ran Fleet Feather, Fleet Work,
Yeah,
Fleet
yes,
Footwork.
something like
Is
that
that what it's
for
called?
sure. Fleet footwork.
The
Yeah,
the runny,
running fast,
yeah,
hitty, slight damage.
runny
Yeah,
fast, hitty eggs, yeah. Um, so I mean, her keystone can only matter so much. If it enables your ganks in the early game, then I think it can make a lot of sense.
all right, so then double down on it and go Ionian boots. Feels good? Feels
Absolutely.
bad? Okay.
No, I mean, go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
Let's see. I don't think we've seen the Predator activation yet. This might be it though. Sayorsa takes the blast cone over into the pink warded bush. This could be really deadly, but the minion wave pushing Colburn and Black Salt back already means that maybe we'll see if something gets
Okay.
done. They're going on to Black Salt
Predator?
first. He's got the hook. Oh, he didn't get to the
Oh
wall.
no.
He's going to get stunned up, and there's so much CC from this bottom lane.
Oh
Sayorsa's so
no.
low, but the wind wall is enough to keep him at bay. And now Sayorsa's recalling in the alcove. I guess that's to dodge the True Shot Barrage that isn't coming.
Yeah, it's already on cooldown, but once again, they're in the bottom lane, just members of CCG able to limp away with about 1 HP, and unfortunately for Darkwind, just not able to find the trade kills where they need them. It means that they're at quite a deficit already in this game, and that was the Predator there, enabling Sejuani to be able to push up that far and catch Black Salt.
Yeah,
Herald, though, gonna be dropped here in the top lane.
Yeah, Seaver had picked up the Herald at some point. They'll get some turret plate gold onto Lane and Seaver, and that's about it.
This is the most awkward type of gank because if you stick around too long, you're just gonna get chased down, right? But you don't want to fight, especially with Sayorsa showing up.
Yeah, Sarasa has no ult, so it's just the pure Arctic Assault in. Gonna hit Seaver Fever. No EQ away just yet. The subjugate coming out from Lipo lane, trying to see what he can do. Oh, Seaver was looking for the turn if he was able to catch Sarasa under tower. Mid lane Hokage now sitting in their back pocket, but Sor Nads has also roamed up here. We could have a full-on brawl up here in the top lane, 80 carries notwithstanding, but it looks like everybody's gonna back off for now.
Yeah, so far deciding that it's not worth fighting too much over, but there are a lot of members here around this mid lane. Both supports just sort of hovering, waiting in the wings here. As overall, uh, Darkwind used up the Herald, got like maybe a plate for it, and that's it. Not ideal.
Yeah, they got just the pure 2.5 plate charge. Like that's the thing that you can do, and that
Because Gwen
is
was able to hit it, I don't even think they got 2.5 plates. I think they got like 1.5 off of it. Because
I
Trundle had Gwen shoved in earlier,
they
right?
definitely got two because they both got 160. Anyway, Black Salt's going to come in and ult into the dredge line, and that's a scrambled, maybe a poached egg. How are you feeling? Well, how do you like your eggs?
Um, I mean, scrambled is always great,
Scrambled? All right.
but I don't know enough about eggs to like commit to the bit and keep going.
How do you not know enough about eggs? Never had eggs?
I mean, I have had eggs, but it's not like I'm not like an egg connoisseur, right? Like I haven't had, insert
Like a fried
types
egg?
of eggs. I mean, I've had a fried egg,
Okay.
but I mean, I don't know. I couldn't
Like
name like
the meme's
four
always
types
like
of eggs right now,
the meme's
right?
always like sunny side up, right? You got that. You got like over easy, over hard. You just start naming shit, and it probably is an egg.
What does over easy and over hard mean?
Uh, so over easy is like runny still, and then
Like
over
the yolk
hard,
is runny, or
yeah,
like the whole egg is runny?
the whole no the yolk. I don't know. See, now you're
I think it's
questioning
all
my egg
bullshit. I'm
knowledge, and
gonna be honest.
I just know the words, right?
Uh-huh.
My
That's what I was.
my dad would always order him over hard when we went out for like breakfast when I was a kid. That's about all I've got about it. I couldn't
Does
tell
that
you what
just
it
mean that
is.
like
My
it's
mom
probably
always got
cooked
eggs
long enough that the yolk is
Benedict,
like
which is
firm?
like a trader egg,
Yeah,
or it could just be a sauce, like one of the two. Uh,
that's funny.
yeah, there's a dragon here, so a bunch of people are coming down to maybe scrap about it. And Eddie is notably not here. He doesn't have teleport, and now that they see Trundle, CCG's gonna have to give up the dragon.
Yeah, so Darkwind committed quite a few people here to be able to secure this dragon and stop the snowball in that regard from CCG. But it does mean that they're going to be losing out quite a bit of damage on this top lane. Just a couple of plates, not actually going to be able to take it down. But that is more money going into the pocket of this Gwen, who, is already up almost 30 CS. It's going to be a little bit difficult to deal with as this game goes on.
Over easy is when the yolk is completely runny and the white is a little too. Medium is white cooked, yellow runny. Hard is both cooked. Okay, but they're
Okay.
like both still just a fried egg? Or like, I don't know. We'll never make it on a brunch show, I guess. Seaver Fever's getting pulled in. There's a 3v3 brewing. Gleason also looking to collapse. That True Shot Barrage is doing quite a bit of damage, but Seaver Fever's the first one to fall in the fight. Now they have to try to disengage. Slipstream walks in, gets a good crystallize, but Black Salt has the Spider-Man back out to the wall. Oh, the cleanse from mid-lane Hokage gets him away, and Black Salt is just tanky enough to survive. So Seaver Fever unfortunately falls, but nothing else really of note happened during that fight.
Yeah, a bit of over-ambition there from the side of Darkwind contesting the vision there in the river and end up getting punished for it, but uh yeah.
Why is it over medium?
Yeah, why isn't it just, mid
Just
me?
regular medium?
I mean, I think that we could make it on a brunch show. We would just have to do more research, right? I think if we went out for brunch more, then, I'd be willing to do that with you if you want. That way we can become a brunch show.
Okay, we're gonna do brunch sometime. Is that
I think
confirmed?
that's a great
Go
idea.
get some mimosas, some eggs of some
I do
variety.
like mimosas, so I mean, I think we're vibing.
Cards and Firelight. If you want to message me, I'll get you squared away with those buttons. Uh, That's a huge amount of fucking points. So that's really cool. Um, yeah. There's a knock up onto Eddie. They're trying to get rid of this Gwen, but she is being very elusive now inside of her W. Lane getting snared up. Damage coming back through forces him to flash, but
Yeah.
they're just
I
chilling underneath this tower. I don't think they can really be dove right now by Soyorsa and Slipstream, so everybody gonna have to back away for Crystal Cave.
Jarvan is from Demacia, so I feel like if Gwen was being elusive, they probably should have just, used Sharp Sight so they could catch her, but um in this instance, Gwen able to elude them there. No? Okay,
I sorry,
never mind. No,
I I'm
it
I'm
was
typing
bad.
I'm typing at the same time.
No, it's cool, it's cool. Okay,
All right,
so
give me the pun again. All right.
no, I was just making a bad LOR joke. It's
Oh,
okay.
okay. My bad.
No, you're fine, you're fine. Um,
I got so focused on the chat. I couldn't make it as a big name streamer, you know.
yeah, I
Yeah.
bet you could.
Uh,
Absolutely.
um. Anyway, Sheila being taken right now by Seaver Fever and mid lane Hokage. He's walking up to try to take down the HH, who's gotten first tower for himself up in the top lane. So a little bit of a swing of gold still, and it's just small incremental advantages. But CCG ahead about 2,000 gold right now, 2 kills, a tower. It's starting to get there for him. And this is looking pretty dangerous. In comes the 4-man Goons squad to try to dive Black Salt and Colbrin. Tornado's not going to hit the flash
Oh,
away from Colbrin. He's actually getting away from all the CC so far. Black Salt, unfortunately, going to
run,
get
Ezreal,
sacrificed. He
run!
roots up Gleason underneath the tower. The pillar not really helping out. Lane is teleported in, trying to do what he can, but he gets immediately CC'd to death. In comes Eddie to finish that one off. It's a double kill for the Yasuo, but mid lane Hokage collapses from the top and trades one back. Colbrin low underneath the tower. Seaver Fever here. The dive still kind of
Oh no!
continuing. Seaver Fever now has to get underneath the tower range. He throws him into the jacuzzi. It gets 2. It's traded back though. Mid lane Hokage gets 1. Sayorsa trying to get away. The egg is gonna fall. It's a double kill. It's a triple kill overall for mid lane Hokage. Colbrin's gonna fall. It's so low. It's a double kill for Eddie. Mid lane Hokage still kiting away. Gets the heal. The tower now doing
Stinking!
full damage. He got
Oh!
Sayorsa. He's got 4. Can he finish it off? Eddie is so low, but he's not quite gonna fall. Mid lane Hokage is still playing his distances. Neither one of these people are safe right now. They're so low. How is this gonna work out? It looks like a truce as Eddie's gonna walk into the river.
And wow, what a fight there, just continuing for a full minute of members of our
Oh,
Dark
he's
Wind just
walking back in. Eddie still wants
uh
this. Black Salt is here in his back pocket. Another teleport coming in from Slipstream. It's a shutdown, though, for Eddie on the back of that. The Crystallize is going to catch a Black Salt. That's a big chunk of damage. Not quite going to be able to finish him off as the Pillar from Lipa Lane makes sure that the ult goes away. And now it's 6-9. Nice.
yeah, how dare we think that that fight was almost over? There were in fact more teleports to be expended, more people to come in and try and continue that one, and at the end of the day, CCG is up 3 kills. Came out on top of that fight, I think. It was hard to tell how many people died
Yeah.
there.
So after the dragon play, the mid lane tower falls, something like that. This is now a dragon play. They netted themselves 300 gold, so that's
Hog.
pretty good. Um, yeah, but they're gonna get this dragon, and that may be more valuable. Now they got 2. Cool.
Dragon's OP. Dragon is pretty good. Um, I think it was wild in that dive that Colbrand was there from the very beginning. Had to burn his shift, his E, at like the beginning of that dive, and still was able to survive for so long. He was like the last person to end up dying there. Um,
Yeah, mid lane Hokage though picks up 4 kills during that whole process that happened. So is he the strongest man on the Rift? Let's look. Yes, by 200 gold.
he do be a pretty strong boy, and the footwork there, able to dodge so much of the damage and survive, despite being in the middle of several members of CCG. Really well played there.
Yeah, so the big boy carry pants on mid lane Hokage. Eddie doing pretty well for himself on the other side. Eddie and Gleason, the two threats to really worry about in counter. But yeah, this looks like it could be threatening, but it's probably just chilling. This might not be. Gleason threatening, but now dives back into the minion wave. Yeah. How are you feeling about this game as it goes on? Do you like having the more traditional Cassiopeia and Ezreal carries, or do you feel like this team comp for CCG scales pretty well as well?
Well, I think that the champions that Darkwind has are very anti-melee, which generally should fare pretty well into the 4 out of 5 melee composition that CCG has. You know, having to go into the Trundle or the Cassiopeia or even Nautilus is going to be very difficult. It should be very difficult for them to be able to
Oh,
actually exist in these fights.
yeah,
Fever
Seaver.
falling asleep a little bit.
Yeah, walks straight into Eddie, and Eddie is going to punish him by taking 80% of his health. Now mid lane Hokage trying to scrap it out inside the circle, but he's going to fall. Eddie is so strong, now gets hit by the Nautilus ult. The poison is enough to finish him off, so the shutdown does go to mid lane Hokage at the end of that one, but you can
It
see
just
that
took
Gwen is
4
pretty scary.
members.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, mid lane Hokage may be the richest man on the Rift, but Eddie is still pretty scary in that 1v2, 1v4, still able to pick up a kill.
It's
Ooh,
not even Gwen's day. Yeah, knockup
true.
gonna land. Sornad's pretty low, but Lane staying healthy. He's got the subjugate. He's got the healing now as he starts to bash these minions. And Seaver is gonna get caught trying to do his chickens.
Which day was this played?
Thursday. Oh no,
Oh,
maybe
okay.
it was played Wednesday. Oh no, they fell into the trap.
Because that would explain why this game is going this way. If it were Wednesday, um, oh, Seorso with the Predator
Yeah,
is
looking
able
for
to
Colvin.
miss everything and still chase him down.
You had to do him like that. Is able
Well,
to miss
you don't
everything.
lose the speed. You don't lose the move speed until you hit something, right? So even though
Yeah.
you miss everything.
Yeah, the Jacuzzi traps up Sayorsa. The poison just enough damage for mid lane Hokage, and now Lipo lane trying to cut off Gleason and Sornads. They should just take the Rel for free. That's the objectively easier kill. Gleason get on a little chunk. The Crystallize doing him a little bit of favor, but not too much, as Gleason going to fall to Black Salt. Now Eddie just chunking through, though. He's ready to turn this one. He finds one, looking for more, but now trapped CC'd, still diving back through mid lane Hokage, able to dodge out of the scissors, and he'll take home that kill. They'll turn this egg into some other variety of egg, and it's a double kill for mid lane Hokage. The Bud Light ace for Darkwind, and the split objective focus, it looks like.
Yeah, and a great job there from Darkwind to be able to collapse on just an overextension from CCG Seorsa, just a little bit overconfident there, thinking they could catch the Ezreal, miss out on their initial engage, and then are just too far committed at that point. Great teleport in from Lipo lane as well as mid lane Hokage just being able to land up their CC means that they're able to pick up some kills, and suddenly they're in the lead as far as kills go. You know, they're still a couple hundred gold behind, but considering the deficit that they were facing, this is the best position that they've been in this game.
Yeah, something interesting to note, diving backwards toward the items that we've not really mentioned this game, but the Trinity Force pickup for Lipo lane is a little bit different than normal. Seorsa gonna get caught, and that's not great with 15 seconds to go on this dragon spawn. Mid lane Hokage scrapping with Gleason, hits the Q, and that's a dead Yasuo, the solo kill for mid lane Hokage. And not exactly what you want with the dragon spawning immediately.
Yeah, definitely not ideal for you to lose two of your members right before what would be your third dragon. Giving that up just means that the momentum is 100% shifted in favor of Darkwind. Lipo lane, what a savage. He just stole that cannon right from Colbran. Oof. You know, a man gets a Trinity Force and thinks he has pretty big britches. He wants the cannons for himself.
Yeah, Baron started up. It's a 3v5 on the map right now. CCG has Slipstream, Sornads. They have the very deadly Eddie H-Edge. That's going to be the big worry watching this top side for the Gwen. Seaver Fever goes over, takes the Blast Cone out. Sornads looking for the engage. Eddie collapsing on, just getting autos down onto Colbert on the top side. Not quite able to finish him off. The Baron does fall. 1-for-1 is the trade so far, but Eddie's still alive in the middle of the team. Oh, what a beautifully timed stopwatch by X Craze, but it only saves him for a split second. A shutdown goes to Seorsa, and now the Jacuzzi is just going to assure that the rest of RotM can evacuate. They lose 3 in exchange for 2, but they pick up the Baron.
Yeah, we're able to pick it up, but Eddie HH coming in from the split side, coming in from the top lane, was just able to get directly onto Colbrand with no one around to peel him off, and that meant a very dead Ezreal at the beginning of that fight. Even though mid lane Hokage is very strong, just a really good use of the W there from the Gwen means that he's not able to trade back any damage, and this Gwen can kind of just run straight through the team. Really well played there by CCG. They still lose the Baron, and they are now behind on gold officially, but they're going to be able to pick up that turret damage mid. They're picking up all of these jungle camps, so it's a lot of resources that our team just is not going to have access to.
Yeah, just to revisit the fight, I really liked how patient Eddie was with his W. He didn't immediately burn it the way that I probably would when I panic and have to
I
fight
would have
people as Gwen.
absolutely, I would have W'd the fucking Nautilus ult at the beginning of the fight. He just tanked it. I'm like, okay. But saving it for the end of the fight when he was actually getting focused by the person who does damage was really smart.
Firelight, we'll do bets tomorrow night when the game's live. I have avoided doing bets on VODs because usually people either don't participate or already know the answer. So, yeah.
We could have done. Oh, Cassiopeia doesn't stack anymore.
No,
Um,
there's no stack in champions. There's no.
we could have done. Hmm. We could do like tier completion time.
Yeah, but I feel like you kind of know that as well. Like,
Oh,
unless I
maybe.
knew it beforehand, like, to a second. I couldn't
Okay.
just bullshit a tier completion time. I have no idea what it would be. Lane is pretty dead in the side lane.
Okay.
Never mind, he's fine. Oh,
Actually,
never
the
mind, he's
tankiest
dead.
man alive?
Alright, well,
Okay, well,
that was the
no
whole
longer the
gamut of
tankiest man alive,
emotions. Yeah,
as
Eddie
he's
is
dead.
ignited, and he's in trouble, but where's the damage actually coming from? Colbrand's ult is enough to finally finish that one off. And Evie went into melee range of Nautilus, and that's not really going to work out for her. And
Oh my
it's
god.
a double kill for Colbrand. Gleason and Sornads trying to get there in time to save their friend, but it's just not going to be there. So 2 for 1, kind of. And ROTM with their 1 Baron buff alive on Black Salt. I wouldn't have guessed that one. Marching down, and now there's no Baron buff, so that's a little sad, but they'll get some damage down on this turret. Seaver's ready for it all. Throws everybody in the Jacuzzi. They layer in the CC. Do they have enough damage, though? Mid lane Hokage finally finishes off Gleason. The disengage ult from Seorsa means that they're only going to lose 1, and the rest of Darkwind are going to walk it out.
Yeah, and compared to how this game had started out, Darkwind has done a really good job here in the last few minutes of completely stabilizing and then looking for these advantageous fights. They're in the mid lane, able to take down Gwen as well as Anivia before the rest of the team can even show up. Means that they're sort of in the driving position here in this game.
Yeah, Darkwind have stayed strong. They've been playing around mid lane Hokage really well, who is he kind of has 13 of the 19 kills on the team, so that's pretty good. It's a solid
He
performance from him.
he do be a strong boy at the moment. Yeah, no, he's having a pretty strong performance. Dragon is going to be spawning here pretty soon for both of these teams. It represents the third dragon, so not the most important one in the world, but potentially the site of the next fight, which the winner could be very important. And looks like RTM's the one who had the position on it. They just started on spawn and it's already burnt
They just
down.
rushed it down. CCG has no answer, and yeah, their big answer is to go back through mid. We'll see if
Which
they
they
can rush to that tower. They can get that for sure.
Yeah, they're at least picking up the tower. It'll be interesting to see if our team's able to make it back in time to defend the inhibitor, or if they're actually just going to get rushed down. It looks like CCG isn't wanting to overcommit. They're not running up and hitting the turret with their melees, so a lot of respect there. But they will be able to go through this topside jungle, pick up the camps, and apply pressure for this turret as well. See if our team's able to get in a position to end up defending it.
I was going to say that would be a really dangerous place to fight if our team went through the jungle, but they all chose the smart path back through the lane. Ooh, the Setuaniel doesn't quite connect there from Sayorsa, and they're going to lose Gleason to start off. Knockup going to land onto Sayorsa. No hook quite there. The Crystallizes stopped the rest of the team. It's just Lipo Lane walking through the jungle is enough to scare off CCG.
Yeah, and what happened there was just a really good positioning of the miasma, keeping Gleason just stuck there. Had to take so much damage, even though the wind wall kept him from dying immediately. He wasn't actually able to get away from the ROTM squad and just ends up getting burnt down eventually. And once again, a really good pick here. Oh, just kill the little guys. There you go. Don't leave them alive. You already killed their parents. You know, they're not going to survive in the wild on their own. Baron, though.
Also, they're worth like a lot of gold, comparatively.
Like 13, right? A piece.
Yeah, 13.
That's pretty good.
The mini ones, the like...
There's like 6 of them, so I mean, that's like...
The bigger, the medium-sized Krugs are worth significantly less.
Yeah. I mean, Riot just likes to make jungle the least intuitive role possible. I haven't seen that that home guard animation before out of the Ezreal,
Yeah,
where he's just like running with his head back and he has the toast. He's late for class.
True. He says that he's late for class. He's very worried about being late for class in that skin, actually. It's kind of remarkable that...
That's what most anime's about, right? Like, oh, I'm gonna be late for class. I have to go fight demons or something. But also, I'm in high school. I think that's like every anime.
That's every anime right there?
Like 80% of them at least, right?
Well, now I don't need to watch it. Good. Awesome. I was worried because it almost sounded interesting there for a second, but like now that you've recapped the whole thing, like
I just am impressed by Riot's ability to have such a succinct recreation of it. You know, it's really a love letter to anime. Okay, Sayorsa?
Yeah, that was a really quick cleanse by mid lane Hokage. The big knockup coming back through Ezreal into the jacuzzi. There's so much AoE damage, but it's just not quite enough to finish anyone off. The turret finally falls, and our team trying to focus back, but they lose Black's health to start off with. They lose mid lane Hokage, but now starting to finally turn it around. It's just Lane and Colburn left alive. They're chewing through the health bars. Lane will not win that fight, and it's just Colburn left alive. They got the tower, but they lost almost everything in the process.
It looked like it would be going the way of ROTM. They had such low health bars for CCG at the very beginning of that fight. They had such a great Jarvan ultimate, but fighting underneath the turret unfortunately means that they're taking a little bit of extra damage and just not quite able to find the kills onto the Gwen. Means that CCG is able to survive, able to weather the Baron storm just a little bit longer here. It means that our next fight's probably going to be at this dragon in about a minute. Might be the decider. Will represent Dragon Soul for the side of our team. So if they're able to pick that up, a nice little boon for them.
Well, do you need to... We haven't seen either team pass up a fight, an objective. Do you need to fight the Cloud Soul? Do you think that that's a game-ending objective?
Not really. It probably doesn't matter. Okay. Like, realistically, if you don't feel like you're in a position where you're strong enough to just, like, win this fight, then fuck it. Just go clear some waves, be stronger for that Baron in 3 minutes.
I mean, granted, it's a 1,000 gold lead right now. Like, there's actually nothing between these two teams.
Yeah, I think it purely comes down to how strong you feel.
Yeah, it feels like Darkwind's map position is a little bit stronger. Like, they've been tending to these waves, but this might be a decider. Mid lane Hokage gets knocked up, gets put into the Yasuo, but he's able to escape somehow. He's trapped in the back of the jacuzzi, just scrapping it out with everybody, but Eddie is still alive. He gets exhausted now on the backside of the fight, trying to fight his way back through, but he loses most of his teammates. He's got a double kill into the Zanyas. They'll take down Seaver Fever as well. Colburn is still alive, along with Lipo Lane, trying to kite back away from Sayorsa. He's got a little bit of damage. Oh, the sidestep on the Arctic Assault, the flash over the wall, Slipstream, not quite enough damage to finish him off, and it looks like CCG now going to turn their sights onto this dragon. Lipo Lane walking in, he throws the pillar back in. He doesn't have any like real accessible damage to throw in there, so
he was looking for the one true damage
from
the pillar to try and steal it.
Oh no!
Okay. Assassin Colbrin on the backside, able to find the boar and take her down. Uh, that fight was really ROTM had the stronger positioning around the objective, but CCG made a good decision to just get the wave control mid, and with that they were able to find mid lane Hokage just a little bit too far out. Didn't have the cleanse, he had used it in the last fight. So able to be locked down at the beginning of the fight means that it's a lot of damage that our team's just missing out on. And then the rest of the damage coming from Kolban was just stopped for most of the fight from the wind wall, just completely making it so that our team's not able to trade back there. And a pretty good fight there from CCG, able to stop up a lot of the momentum that our team otherwise would have had here.
So something I don't like, because I get to be nitpicky every once in a while.
Okay.
So the Frozen Heart build is really good in a lot of situations on Ezreal, but I think that this particular situation where you're like half the damage on the team, I don't get to talk about this at all. That Rel is just dead. That was an unfortunate pick that happened, and
So,
now,
I-
yeah,
like, Frozen Heart is really good against, Gwen and Yasuo. Um,
I just feel like
I
you
don't
need to
know,
represent more
more
damage.
damage. And rely on your front line to front line for you.
Yeah, I'd rather see like a Bork, which gives you a little bit of peel and more damage, something like that.
I could
That's
see that.
very nitpicky. This is a fourth item on Ezreal in a game
Maybe
where, yeah,
if you're really worried about it, maybe like a GA or something, because it represents more damage. But no, I feel you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
also far be it
This is
from me to criticize platinum players. Like me
yeah.
bronze one,
That's okay.
me
You're
no
you're
hands. Um,
oh
the hook's gonna land onto Saorsa. Do they actually have the damage to chunk through? Imagine if he had a Bork. No, he doesn't kill him there. That's a complete meme. He's doing enough damage as it is. They're gonna throw the Nautilus ult in, looking for Saorsa. There's no wind wall available. Oh, just the dodge out, not quite enough to get him, and the True Shot Barrage not quite enough either. Saorsa though, sitting on just a handful of health, so he'll have to go back to base, and that might be enough time for our team to rush down the Baron or to bait it. Or to
yeah.
start it
It
up.
looks like they are going to end up starting it up. It feels like so many of these objectives are starting out with RotM being at the objective and CCG deciding, hey, do we just push down mid? Is that something we can do? But unfortunately, this Baron goes down so quickly, and with the empowered recalls, they're not actually going to be able to get more than just, a couple constellation camps in the enemy jungle, which surprisingly enough, not worth as much gold or as much map pressure as that Baron. So not ideal for them having their support get caught out while setting up, meaning they just lose all pressure.
They just pinged out on Sejuani as well. They might know that she's separated from the rest of the team. I don't think that that's enough of an opportunity to grab a pick, but now RTM rotated down to the bottom lane, all stacked up in this bottom side jungle, which is maybe not the right place to be with the Baron buff on, but we'll see where they want to go from here. And now we've seen it. Four of them toward the mid lane, and Lipo lane separated on the bottom side. He has no teleport, though, so that's a little bit worrying, but Eddie doesn't either. So as long
Yeah.
as we see these top laners ISO'd, that's not a deficit in particular.
So it does look like Eddie had completed the recall, so it's going to be grouped up. Our team needs to be a little bit wary of overcommitting here. If they get caught, they could end up forcing a 4v5, which is not ideal for them. Normally you would want your split pusher to get some pressure. It looks like they said, screw that. We actually just want to ARAM. We're bringing our split pusher in. Let's try and pressure this inhibitor.
Yeah, not quite all random, but definitely all mid right now for both squads. More pings on this jungle. Black Salt. Oh, gets caught over the wall into the crystallize. He somehow just kind of scooted his way over the wall in the process, though, so he's fine. That was a
Yeah.
really weird little interaction. And now we're chilling. 20 seconds to go on the dragon spawn. This is Cloud Soul for either team, so it's relatively big, although as we decided earlier, I don't think it's particularly game ending for either side.
I do really like, though, when we talk about itemization, the Randuin's as the 6th item for mid lane Hokage, I think makes a lot of sense when you're a champion like Cassiopeia that has very little very little survivability, right? You know, once these champions are getting onto you, anything to keep you alive a little bit longer because you're already doing enough damage. I think that makes a
Well,
lot of
lane
sense
is
as the next
split
item.
right now. He's working his way on this mid lane inhibitor, but in comes the initiation from CCG. Hook gonna land onto Sornads. They're trying to get the CC through, but Seaver Fever just throws him into the jacuzzi. He's tanking up everything, but on the backside, Black Salt in a lot of trouble. He's kiting back away, but lane is just
Bundle!
wailing away on the Nexus turrets.
Bundle!
Colbrin looking to interrupt the ports. It's the teleport coming through from Anivia. He's taken down the Nexus turrets. The pillar comes through, but Slipstream has no health. The Nexus is gonna fall for game number 1. Lipo lane with the front door? He just kind of walked in mid
He
lane
do
and
be
bashed
kind
it
of...
in.
He just walked straight in and robbed them.
Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, don't leave your front door unlocked. That's the real moral of the game. It's 1-0 for Darkwind. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back with game number 2.
Easy clap.
I didn't set up the BRB screen, so you just get black on the channel. Hopefully that's fine. He do just kind of walk in the front door and take all their valuables, and I guess that's fine. Apparently all their valuables is 50 gold. That's what they hide inside the Nexus.
My god. So I hit, hit backspace? Well, let me send you a photo of this.
Okay.
This is kind of amazing.
Oh, Cardinals Firelight, if you're still here, please message me on Discord. Oh, you already got it? Okay, never mind. My wife is the best, so she already took care of it. Cool. Neat. Shout out to... Wow. I wonder if you're about to send me what I have. Okay, that's not... Yours is much better than mine. I have this floating mastery symbol.
Okay. Okay. What is that? That's the shopkeeper's mastery. That's
True. Uh...
Wait, I might have entered. Wait, maybe we're okay? So I was doing some like housekeeping with my files, and I deleted from the folder the file that I'm using right now.
Mhm.
But it hasn't yelled at me yet, so I'm just gonna assume it's okay.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna transition. This is what I'm laughing at here. Is this mastery emote that's just floating above the shopkeeper? Um, on Aikado's screen. Let me see if I can bring this up without like breaking a whole bunch of stuff on the stream. This is what his screen looks like right now. We got it.
The big plus 30 health.
Yeah.
So.
You know, sometimes you get 30 health and you just need to tell the people, I guess.
Gonna tell the people what you've seen today?
The wide people happy. Yeah. Uh, are, are you ready? I guess you have the game loaded up, other than plus 30 health. I don't know how Colbrin is outside the base. Did I get that in the screenshot? He's just chilling, like, on the...
He's he's just vibing, bro. You know, he's on the steps.
Welcome back. This is game number 2 of Crystal Cave Gaming Amethyst versus Return the Middlesticks Darkwind. Let's just start it. I don't have more spiel.
Okay, do you want to count me in or?
Yeah.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, I might have lost all of my. Okay, wait, no, there they are. I thought I lost all my models because when you said let's just start it, I started it and then I paused it and and then there were no models. But
Colbrin
now we're
is
good.
just still outside the.
Yeah?
Okay, he's with Nautilus. Okay,
Is
but
he just vibing?
once again, Eddie doesn't have any items for me, so I'm gonna have to pause. 3,
Okay.
2, 1, pause. I'm at 29
Uh-huh.
seconds.
Okay.
Backspace. He
Got him.
still doesn't have items. Did he not buy items?
Well, I just lost Eddie's items. Did he have items?
Maybe he buys
I don't
them
know.
right soon. at 14 seconds.
Sure.
3, 2, 1, go. Okay,
Okay.
he bought items. He did it. All right, cool. He's
Pog?
just late. He doesn't have a.
Item gamer?
Does he get a trinket when he exits
I think
base? Okay, there it
I
is.
think
Yep. Okay.
my directed camera broke. Oh, we're good now? Okay, I think we're good now.
Despite all the odds, we made it into game number 2. On the blue side of the rift, wearing the blue health bars for game number 2, trying to stave off defeat are Crystal Cave Gaming Amethyst. Eddie's in the top lane playing a champion that is not remotely similar to Gwen. He's playing Karma. Seorsa in the jungle playing Jinzhao. Slipstream in the mid lane on Corki. Gleason and Sornads in the bottom lane playing Jinx and Amumu.
And on the red side of the rift, up 1-0. Looking to close this one out is Dark Wind with Lipo Lane in the top lane on the Urgot. Seaver Fever reprising his role on the Jarvan in the jungle. Mid lane Hokage playing the Syndra mid. And then Colbrand and Black Salt on the Tristana Nautilus bottom lane.
All right, so you lost game 1 as Crystal Cave Gaming,
Oh no.
right?
Okay. I lost game 1.
Yeah. It was really close. Like, there were
True.
moments where you could have won. It was swinging back and forth.
Uh-huh.
The Gwen. The Gwen got really fed. It looked
I
really
agree.
good. Almost won like 1v4 in team fights multiple times.
True.
That
Very
player having a good series. Had a good lane against
true.
Lipo
You
lane.
smite your blue buff now? Why did he smite his blue buff?
I don't know why he did that. He shouldn't have done that.
That was sorry. Yeah, no. Gwen.
Gwen.
Gwen good.
Gwen good. Gwen
End
good.
of game bad.
Eddie haven't play good. Play good. Game good.
Yeah.
Gwen
Yeah.
good. Karma.
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 Well,
Not carry. Not good.
if they get to turn 10, then she can be pretty good.
True, she gets like X. Oh no, I like her earlier. I actually hate. All right. Maybe this is me playing labs, right? So you
Okay.
take Karma for the extra spells because you can throw her out there and you get the spell
Yeah.
every turn.
Yeah, no,
But then
that's
she
that's
levels
why I
up and
take Karma.
she doesn't give you spells anymore. She just
True.
duplicates them, but you don't get any more. So you have to make do with the ones that you have. And the spells in those lab decks are sometimes very sus.
True.
So like, I don't know. I hate when I level Karma in labs.
That's tragic. Usually Karma decks are based around Karma, getting to the late game, and then you just
Yeah, you
cast a
duplicate
bunch of
spells
things
and
and
then
they double and
yeah.
you win.
No, I like the free spells much more than I like the doubling in labs at least.
You might really like Bandle City. Like all of their cards create free cards.
There's no
It's kinda
Bandle
nice.
City in labs.
Seaver
Seaver is getting collapsed on for the second game in a row. There's a teleport coming down to try to save him. In comes Black Salt looking for it. They're on to Seorsa. They're just chunking through him. The flash forward from Colbert, but he's still alive. Oh, he gets interrupted out of the rocket jump, but it's first blood. He's able to jump out. Sornaz is in trouble. He can't quite get to the wall to flash over it. Seaver Fever now in. Auto-attacking down Gleason, but getting auto-attacked in the process. Black Salt goes for the play, but he just doesn't hit it. All right, so that play got clipped, and people were flaming Black Salt. And I want to point out what I think happened was that he didn't quite turn his mouse the correct direction afterwards to throw the hook back a different direction after lighting up the flash. And like that could happen to anybody. It looks really stupid, but I can see the play, right?
I think that he was probably attacked by an alligator. I've heard they have a lot of alligator farms in Florida, and he just, it happens. Sometimes you get a little bit distracted and you just throw a hook into a wall.
Yeah. Are there a lot of alligator farms?
A surprising
like how
amount.
many do you think?
You wouldn't believe it. I didn't realize that alligator farms were a thing until Michael was like, "Yeah, they're like fucking everywhere." I'm like, "What are you talking about? What the fuck is an alligator farm?"
I mean like, okay, Seaver Fever's here. They're getting knockups. That's a big dredge line. He can hit him. Black Salt can hit him, and Seors is gonna fall
He
at the end of that one.
predicted the flash. That's what he was predicting. The flash there in the bottom
he
lane.
took the bandage for mid lane Hokage. The man's actually insane, and you guys are flaming him? Alright.
No, they were able to pause, get the alligator out of his room, and after that he's cracked on it.
What do you farm alligators for?
I don't know. I don't know. Parents,
Like,
I do
I
not
mean,
understand. I don't know what the
so
point of an alligator
so
farm is.
realistically, I've eaten alligator before.
I
It's like
You
green
think that's
chicken, but
why they farm them?
it was like a novelty thing, right? It was in New Orleans, and it was like a novelty.
Uh-huh.
But like, I don't know people that would like seriously. Oh man, I'm craving some gator tonight. So that seems weird. And like
Is that
alligator
it, or
like
is it like
purses,
a?
like the leather. But are those popular? I don't know.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if it's like, if they like keep the alligators, to eat and use their skin or whatever, or if it's like a zoo thing. I don't know.
If it was a
I
zoo thing, wouldn't you call it an alligator zoo rather than
I
alligator
think it's like
farm?
a petting. It's like a petting farm,
A
petting
pet?
zoo.
You're gonna go pet a gator?
No, I mean I'm just they're they're in Florida, man. I mean, come on. What else are they gonna do?
I, I hate that there's only like two people I know that can clarify any of this, and I bet none of them are available right now. But Black Salt, if you watch the VOD, can you clarify any of this for us? I I could go over and yell at Laser, but he's busy too. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh,
Gleason.
Gleason is in trouble. Black Salt again doing the work, getting the hook onto Sornads. It's a big chunk of damage, but now the re-engage from
Uh,
Sornads is just gonna mean that he gets
that was
ignited and has to
a
flash.
decision.
Oh, now the zap coming back through Sayorsa. Here hits the W onto Colburn, looking to get the knockup with the 3 Talon Strike. But Seaver Fever's here.
Oh,
Oh, at the last second, they don't quite trade. More people just exploding. It's 2 for 2 in the bottom lane, as now both mid laners are involved. Another zap gonna land. He's actually been very accurate with those so far. But mid lane Hokage and Black Salt not gonna be able to take up that dragon. And
yeah, a bit of a strange fight there. The re-engage from Swordnads felt not great. But Seorsha was able to come over, uses Wind Becomes Lightning to be able to close the gap there and get in on that. And I mean, they end up trading evenly, which, considering how that started, is pretty good for them, I think.
it was such a meme ability until they extended the range, and now it's like actually important to know that stupid ability name. I hate it. Anyway.
Yeah, and I was impressed he hit him with the 3 Talon Strike. I was
Oh, yeah, you got to pull out the
okay,
3 Talon Strike. What about the Audacious Charge? Come on, you
okay.
got to pull out all of your Xin ability names into the Crescent Guard. I don't know what his passive's called. I
Oh,
couldn't even tell you what his passive. Oh, it's the heal. Maybe it's like it used to be Sensatials something or another. Sensatials.
what's that word you're saying? Because right now
Sensatial?
it's determination.
Okay. So that
Secessional?
was his like title. He was the Sensatial of Demacia for some reason.
Sense. That's not a word. I don't know
Okay.
what that means.
It's
Sensation?
it's essentially like Captain, but for some reason they made him Asian because his name's Xin. So it's
They made
Sensatial or
him
Sensecal.
Asian.
I
It's
but
kind of
like
weird, man. Why'd they make him Asian?
well so like they're getting the knock up on his slipstream. They're gonna not quite finish him off. The Q just wasn't quite there for mid lane Hokage. But like think of the champions in Demacia, right?
Okay, I'm
Like
thinking of him.
you got Jarvan, he's white as fuck. You got Garen, he's white as fuck. You got Quinn, she's white as fuck. You got Shyvana, she's purple as fuck.
Shyvana's not white, it's
But like they're white as fuck. They're just they think McDonald's Sprite is spicy in Demacia. Anyone who makes McDonald's Sprite, in fact, is a mage and gets killed. Like that's part of the lore. Um, but then there's just somebody named Xinzao, Xinzao. God,
uh-huh.
I lost.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What if he
Xinzao.
immigrated there? Why are you judging him so much?
So his name in particular would fit more with the naming conventions of Ionia, but for some reason they
So
just
what if
made
he
him
immigrated
Demacia.
from Ionia?
That's not his lore.
Isn't he like a gladiator or some shit?
No, he's just a guy in the Demacian army. He's just a dude with a
Okay,
spear,
yeah, so he just
and he
lives there.
spears people.
Why you gotta judge him? I just didn't realize that you wanted, Demacia to be an ethno state.
I
So
don't,
it's a little
but
weird.
that's like
It's a
the
little
lore of it.
weird.
They want Demacia to be an ethno state. I don't.
They're just against magicians. Are magicians just like non-white? Is
Our
that
magicians are, they could be. I don't know. The only magician that we see is. There's a bunch of shit happening, by the way. There's a package in. Seaver Fever's in a little bit of trouble. He gets flashed on by Slipstream. It's a double kill for him, but he's gonna get eaten into the grinder, brother. Is I don't know why I say it like that. My wife hates it when I do that.
Oh my
Lane,
god.
the stun comes through from mid lane Hokage. Gleason, the Buster shot, the auto to follow for mid lane Hokage, and they gun him down. It's a double kill for mid lane Hokage, and RTM turned it around. I think it's 3 for 3 overall. No, it's 3 for 2. They did it. They won the fight. All right.
They did it. I mean, that was a massive Corki package, just flopping it down right in the middle of that fight, and yet still not able to come out on top. Mid lane Hokage looking for
Oh, he
Eddie.
got the stun onto Eddie. Imagine if he was playing Gwen and could fight back in any regard, but he can't. He's just gonna get. Oh, he's fine. Never mind. He couldn't have done that on Gwen.
Where's Sintra from?
Ionia.
Is she?
Yeah.
The minions going on a trip with Colbran. Okay. So, 11 minutes into this game. Score is 9-4. RTM is up 1.8k, 1.6k. They're up 7. They're up some money.
Yeah.
Um,
They're at money.
Seaver Fever do be doing that Shelly though. Gonna be able to pick that up and potentially snowball this game a little bit more. They're allergic to hitting the eye.
Yeah. Gleason is about to be allergic to having health. Nope, he's fine. Wait, no, Colburn is going to flash and he gets exhausted. A couple more autos. The shield from Eddie actually turns that one back around, and now Black Salt in trouble, trying to kite back away. The double teleport invested from Slipstream and Eddie, going to net him 2 kills.
Double teleport kind of broken, combined with Colbrand jumping in, not expecting the exhaust to keep Gleason alive as long as it did. I mean, he's not able to get the reset on the jump, not able to get back out, and is going to end up falling there for that. Eventually, they were able to pick up the kill onto Gleason, so not all lost, but not a great trade for them now. But with the Shelly able to pick up a couple of plates in that mid lane as well, so RTM, trading pretty evenly.
Yeah. The place that they're behind right now. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That was a big chunk. Anyway, Lane in a little bit of trouble now. Hits the ultimate onto Sayorsa, trying to get through any of that health bar, but it's just not enough in time. Seaver Fever has to flag and drag back out, and he'll get... Is that tether range actually that long? That was kind of insane. But he's fine. Teleport coming in now from mid lane Hokage. Stun not going to land onto Eddie. One auto. There's a Q. W doesn't land. Ult does, but it's not quite enough damage. Now Black Salt is going to scrap it out with Sayorsa. He's down 3 levels to him. I don't know why Sayorsa's particularly scared of him, but he's going to walk back to his tower just fine.
I think it was just the threat of the Jarvan backup there, meaning that Sayorsa not interested in committing to that fight, is just pretty happy to just walk away from the big Nautilus boy.
Yep, Colburn and mid lane Hokage going to go ahead and try to take down this mid lane tower. They'll get it very low, and now they will finally finish it off. And that's the first turret of the game for our TM. About a 2,500 gold lead for them. One dragon. Yeah, I was going to point out the CS discrepancy in the jungle, but
It do be pretty significant, but Seaver Fever cheated and got like tower gold and stuff, so now he's basically even. The second dragon of the game gonna be taken by CCG off the back of a reset from ROTM after picking up that first turret, so pretty good there from CCG to be able to take advantage of that timing and just secure that dragon before RTM's able to snowball any more than they already have. Though it looks like lane assignments, RTM is going to end up throwing mid lane Hokage into this bottom lane. Potentially could be susceptible to a gank, but is very strong at this point. 4-0-1, has the completed boots, has the completed Ludens as well. And we had seen just a tiny bit of that damage there in the mid lane a few seconds ago with the hit onto Corkies. Very, very strong if he hits his abilities, so a little bit scary to lane against him right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. RTM
Yeah,
looks like
see?
they might be setting up for a dive here on the top lane. It is
Oh, hook on the
Karma.
land from Sornads in the bottom lane, though. Gleason just going to auto him down. The exhaust is doing a lot of work. He's free from the exhaust, but doesn't quite
Album's
have enough
rope.
damage to chunk through the Jinx. Meanwhile, lane getting rooted up. They're shoving in Eddie underneath the tower. Black Salt going to go for the straight ult into the damage, and Eddie has exactly 0 places to run. Colburn will finish that one off. Meanwhile, package into the mid lane, trying to track down Seaver Fever. The Zinzao W doesn't connect. Can he actually get out Slipstream? Oh, flashes the last rocket, and that'll get him out to safety. But they might lose this mid lane tower in the process. How much will they be able to get in top is a question that
It
we're
looks
going to
like
find out
they
the answer to.
were able to pick up the turret, but gonna end up taking a reset here. Just playing it a little bit safe, not wanting to lose too much in that mid lane where they've lost the pressure. So just taking the tower advantage that they got and then just leaving before they lose too much.
Yeah, mid lane tower does fall in favor of Crystal Cave, though, and Gold Lead holding steady at about 2,000. We haven't seen it snowball out of control for either side, and I mean, that probably favors the double marksman, double support comp, you would think.
Double marksman, double support comp. I could see that. You know. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah. Yeah. No,
This
I
is
agree.
only this is only game 2 of our cast. This is only getting worse. I hope everybody realizes.
What do you mean?
Alright.
What region are we gonna make an ethno state next?
I mean, apparently all of the play-ins regions, if we're Riot. And just call them all a fiesta. Did you miss that particular drama?
I saw some stuff about. I don't know why people are freaking out about it. Honestly.
I do think it's
Oh, mid
weird
lane
that it's.
Hokage. Look. Oh,
I
he didn't
just
have
think it's
W
weird that
damage.
it's the official Riot stance, essentially. Like, that's an official
Oh, but
Riot.
it wasn't though, right?
It's
It
the
was like
play-ins.
filler copyright from like one of the writers, right?
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with like Riot or like whether or not they made the decision to include um the play-ins in the pick'em. Like I thought that it was just like literally filler copyright that just accidentally got published.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, you
I mean,
shouldn't,
they're just
as a
people, right? It's
gigantic.
just memes.
Is
Yeah.
Yeah, but is that the? I I don't know. I'm not like as negative as some people who are like, wow, this is disgraceful, but like, it probably shouldn't happen.
I mean,
Like, how many people do you
probably,
think
but
have
like,
looked at that as part of their QA because they're a $1 billion corporation and they're just like, yeah, that's fine. Don't
I
bother
don't know. I
filling
mean,
that in with something else.
yeah, I don't know.
Or like once it immediately got to live, not being like, oh, well, maybe change that. Like, I don't know.
I don't think that anyone in like good standing would be like wow, Riot really does think that all these other regions are just shitters. I don't think that that's like a reasonable stance. I don't know.
That is
Who
like the
knows?
extreme stance, but yeah, I don't know. I just think it probably shouldn't happen. But other than that, like,
Probably. I agree.
it'll be great to see that copy pasta though. They always have to bring out some fresh pasta, much like we had for dinner. It's very good.
Also, to be fair, literally everybody in the community calls that shit fiestas too, right? Like,
Yeah, but
it's
we
like
can call
we're
that
calling it
fiesta. They
fiestas,
can't
and
call
then
it
it's like,
fiestas though.
wow, their writer filled it in as a fiesta as like a community meme. That's crazy. We're supposed to meme about it, not them. I mean, I guess. Okay, teleport coming in. The ultimate coming
This
down
is
onto Eddie.
this is a really weird little collapse from CCG. Oh, Sornad's
Okay,
hitting in. Can he actually hit the Curse of the Sad Mummy?
saving
Does
ult
he have enough
forever.
time? No, he just gets pulled in by the Urgot. Meanwhile, on the backside, Source is trying to 1v3, and that's not going super well for him. Almost takes down mid lane Hokage, but it's just not enough now. Seaver Fever with the re-engage onto him, just gets taken down. Everybody who jumps in dies. Maybe they'll start to learn not to do that. Oh, never mind. Cobran's fine. He just buster shots away Eddie, and it's a 3-for-1 in favor of RTM.
Yeah, and that was a really, it was a good engage there from Sornaz in being able to find that long range bandits toss, but unfortunately, just not quite able to get enough
Wait,
backup from the rest of his team and gets CC'd forever.
his ult's on cooldown. Did I miss it? I
So I
didn't see
think
it
that
go
his
off.
ult went off as he was getting pulled into Urgot. I
Oh,
think
okay.
that's what happened.
Okay.
I don't. I mean, he stayed it for a long ass time though. I don't know if he was literally CC chained that entire time, but
Well, I think when he initially hit the bandage toss, he was like just out of range of Colburn and mid lane Hokage, so he was trying to walk
uh,
forward like a step before he ulted, but he never
yeah,
got to, and then he just had to kind of do it as he died.
yeah. And I don't think that it actually went off. I saw like half of the animation, and I think he just got like hardcore punished, and Riot said, "Fuck you, you don't get your cooldown back."
I mean, part of it was the screen just cut away to uh, Seorsa on the backside, so we might never know, because I'm not gonna go back and watch it straight up.
That's okay. The viewers will. The detectives will go and rewind, rewatch it, clip it. Let us know how wrong we are.
True. I could maybe have seen 2 of the pixels on the bottom of the screen, and I would have known.
Yeah, how dare you not? Frankly. Um,
I don't know why I'm framing the
that's
viewers.
it.
Our viewers aren't like that usually. Sometimes I say shit and they're like, actually, but it's not very often.
Yeah, I mean, you can't take Twitch chat too seriously, right?
Yeah, but like our Twitch chat is also our Discord server, so I have
No,
to
no,
take it
there's still Twitch
semi-seriously.
chat. No, you just ignore them.
Colbert and Saris are fighting a 1v1, and it's oh well, it was honorable until Lipolay just shot him. That was really rude, but it did save Colburn's life, so I
To
guess
be
it's fine.
fair, there's also a Jinx rocket that came flying through. I think that both teams broke the truce, but it's gonna be on to the Baron here from CCG. There's a lot of members of our team who aren't here, not in position to contest it. So,
Everyone's actually
Life Lane.
super split right now for RTM, but Lipolane has apparently distracted them enough that they're going to jump on him. They burn Curse of the Sad Mummy.
Curse
It's
of
a
the Sad
shutdown
Mummy?
for Sornads, and now they're looking to turn, but they don't have that big AoE CC. Seaver
Uh,
Fever gets the knockup onto Gleason into the 3-man knockup from
we
the
don't have an
Nautilus.
AD
But
carry.
where's the damage coming from? Now Colburn able to jump in on the bottom side. Oh, Seaver just falls on the back there. It's a double kill for mid lane Hokage though, and now we're 3v3 on the map. I think that's right.
Those, I don't, like, the Jarvan engage was, like, cool and all, and it hit a lot of people and all, but, like, mid lane Hokage wasn't able to get in the damage. Colbrand wasn't there, so Seaver Fever just kind of ends up stuck in the middle of the enemy team and doesn't get a whole lot for it.
He's had
But they
that
stopped the Baron.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
he's had that a couple of times in the series. Like, the engages have all been really good from Seaver Fever. Like, he's putting a lot of people into that jacuzzi. He's getting that water bubbling for him, but the damage just hasn't been there to follow up. And I don't know if that's a case if he's initiating too far from his teammates, or his teammates are playing a little too far back away from him, like it, or both. Um, but yeah, there's just a couple of times the damage hasn't been able to follow up the really good engages.
Yeah. Although, I mean, if the damage can't fall, how good is the... Yeah, never mind, never
No,
mind.
no, that's a valid criticism, but he could be communicating it, and they could just be slow, and it would be the fault of the carries for not being there, or it could be the other way around, and he's going too far in, and they physically can't catch up, But we'll never know because we don't have comms, and I don't want to hear anything about comms in the Twitch chat. I don't want to know. This is exciting.
Yeah. They do this is a Metal Gear League of Legends. We're just kind of slide through here trying to avoid the cameras, seeing if we can get in undetected and find somebody to knock out. Is that what they do in Metal Gear?
I've
He like
never played a Metal Gear
chokes
game.
people out, I think. I don't, it's just like a stealth game, right?
Yeah,
I
he
I'm
he
gonna
do
be honest.
be he do be choking people.
He do be on occasion choking people. The most experience that I have with Metal Gear is watching Donkey videos where he does
True.
anything but choke people, right?
Yeah.
So
There's also
hard to
like the
say.
one where he just straight up says the Metal Gear lore, but it just sounds like the stupidest shit. I love that video, and I love the Kingdom Hearts one that he did. That's very similar. But
I like the Final Fantasy one where he cuts together like 6 different ones, but it just all sounds the fucking same.
yeah,
It's just a soup of, random JRPG buzzwords.
anyway, Donkey's a national treasure. Um, Yeah. Sayorsa looking for the engage. Everybody here to fight this dragon. There's a package available on Slipstream. Oh, that's stunned. I don't know that that would have been enough had it landed, but they're gunning for it. The engage coming through. Oh, he can't get off the package. Oh, finally does. He's into the unstoppable, but it looks like RTM's coming out on top. Although Colburn is just standing on top of the package damage. Mid lane Hokage in a lot of trouble. It didn't go well for ROTM at all. I lied immediately. Oh, Lane just trades himself back. Gleason walks into melee range. I don't think that's where
Okay,
you want to go. It,
you know,
it's 2 versus 1 on the map. Gleason and Eddie, they're still alive, and they're gonna take this dragon potentially, unless mid lane Hokage has something to say about it. He's coming in. Does he have enough damage? Can he get in range? He hits the W, hits the
Clayton,
knockback. It's a
what?
shutdown from mid lane Hokage, and now there's still
What was your
3,000 health on this
plan?
dragon. Nobody can do this in any reasonable amount of time with just Karma and Syndra alive, and everybody gonna pack back off.
What was your plan? You just walk straight at the Syndra and pray that she doesn't hit anything? That was
Did
lunacy.
he just walk up and down smash?
Down smash? Is that
Anyway,
guy also a pedophile?
I
Sorry.
probably like statistically, probably right.
Yeah, how many members of the Smash community weren't? That's the real question. Our team are going to be the first ones to get back there, especially since Gleason do still be in that death realm, though, so going to end up being the third dragon of the game, going over to ROTM, putting them on that soul point here in just a few minutes.
Yeah,
How
this
do we
is
get
great.
so far, like, off
I
base?
I don't. It was even worse with Scrambles doing the gold cast because I think our brains actually started to melt during it. So, I'm just 2 for 2 on nonsense casts this week,
You
and
know?
that's okay with me. I don't know if it's
Sometimes
okay
it
with
be
our
like that,
viewers.
you know?
We're getting exactly 0 feedback on any of our very funny jokes that we're making. So I'm going to
Yeah, if
assume
you,
that we're just getting booed in some chat right now.
no, if you enjoy them, add us on, Discord or Twitter. Okay, the damage
Oh,
going
sword
through?
ends? Oh, I don't know that that was the target to use the Cinder ult on, but he's very low. He does still get off the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Baron's going to fall in favor of RTM, but on the back, Sayorsa trying to do anything he can. He gets Buster shotted away and finished off, and it's 2 for 2 is the
And you
fight?
do
Two
be
for
loving
one.
El
I,
Clasico there, where both junglers are in there on a close 50-50, and it's in fact the AD carry who ends up with the Baron take. Uh,
yeah,
Sometimes it be like that.
CCG's actually down 4,000 gold right now, but they're maybe looking to push this mid lane tower down. Black Salt's going to have something to say about that as he tries to
Another
engage. He's
alligator.
going to get walked. What?
And he fucking whipped it, he hit the wall.
What does that have to do with an alligator?
Well,
Oh,
because he got
okay,
it.
I got
It
it.
was a callback
Fine.
to the beginning. Never mind. No, it's
No, he got bit by another alligator. I'll buy it. I'll buy it. I'm sorry. I'm slow. I had a day of work that
yeah.
was
How
just
was it?
it was a day at work.
Yeah.
Sometimes you go in for your first day and your employer just doesn't really know that it's your first day and they don't do typical first day things and then you have to be okay with that.
Yeah. Was it not like an orientation onboarding?
No, it was not. In fact,
Did they just like throw you in?
no, I just kind of read some SOPs and then got forgotten about for 2 hours and then I shadowed a guy.
What does SOP stand for?
Standard operating procedures.
Oh, okay.
I learned how to like label my lab notebook.
Nice.
I learned how to fill out 9 billion different forms. Jesus. But that's about it. Yeah.
Well, it's important that they teach you though.
Yeah. But
I mean,
apparently you can only read 15 SOPs per day, which I'm sure is actually very good so that you can retain them. But when you hit 15 on your first day, and then you're just sitting there, and then your boss is like, oh yeah, you can go to lunch, and then when you're back, we'll do some stuff. And then you come back from lunch, and there's nobody in the building. It's very confusing.
That sounds like one of my worst nightmares, honestly, where, you're pretty sure that you're doing the right thing, but there should be somebody here, and, what if you're actually just fucking everything up and it's your first day? That sounds awful.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry that happened to you.
like people started to come back, but none of them were my boss, and none of them told me to do anything. So I just kind of chilled for a little bit.
Well, you were
It was
supposed
very
to be
weird.
studying your SOPs at that point.
But I'd already finished. Like I had finished my 15 per day. I was only allowed those, and I was done with them.
It's actually
If I
it's
had,
impossible to read more,
yeah, if I had read a
actually.
16th, I think that the the SOP police would have gotten me, and I wouldn't be here
You
for
don't
the
want to mess
cast.
with the SOP police. Yeah, absolutely not. The SOPP?
Yeah. Black Salt is aggressively clearing this ward in vision, and
Okay.
instead is going to hit the hook onto Sayorsa. They're trying to initiate on the Zinzao right before this dragon spawns, and, well, it's not even right. It's about a minute away. He hits another hook, though, just to show him that he can. No alligators
Yeah.
in my apartment.
Okay, the Zanyas? So that is the stopwatch as well as the ultimate expended by Sayorsa, meaning that if he wants to fight in this next fight, he's going to have a lot less survivability, not going to be able to create as much space for his team, and that might mean that they just have to give up this dragon. It is the Ocean Soul, so if our team's able to take that down, then that could essentially spell the end of the game. That's just the power of the Ocean Soul. Sayorsa took the long walk straight back to base, did not in fact recall, decided that just needed the exercise. So gonna be a little bit difficult for CCP to actually be able to
Oh,
get
the
in.
stun
Oh!
onto the Corki. Slipstream has to use the package back away. It's still
Oh
doing a
my
fair amount of
god.
damage. They keep buffing that ability for some reason. And, yeah, now we're chilling. Back to the dragon in a minute. Never mind, they're gonna walk back up. Oh my god.
This guy do be pretty strong though.
Yeah, that was just QER, I'm pretty sure. But Swordnads is dead, and that's gonna mean the dragon. Oh, that rocket was a little closer than I think they might have wanted. Bounce castle for Sayorsa, but he still has the audacious charge over the wall, and that'll be the tower in the mid lane in exchange for the dragon soul. And maybe a little bit more. Is Black Salt and Lipo Lane gonna get caught here by Gleason and Eddie? Black Salt's gonna go down fight, and you appreciate that. Maybe Lane will have to as well. Ah, no, here's the rest of the squad. Lane, Seaver Fever gonna jump in. They catch Sayorsa in the jacuzzi and then have to evacuate it. And we're still just hanging out. Never mind. We're not hanging out at all. We're being very unkind to each other and hitting each other with weapons.
I have trouble because every time that you say Gleason, I think of the Key and Peele sketch where they're talking about Liam Neeson's, and it's difficult for me to focus once you say that.
I don't think I've seen that sketch, so I don't.
Oh, okay. It's like two guys who are working as like movie ushers or whatever at like a theater, and like they spend the whole time talking about Liam Neeson's and other movie people, and they say all the names wrong, and it's just kind of funny.
Yeah, now Key
Uh,
is Toad, so that's nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that is a casting choice that happened.
Yeah. Do you like the Mario movie casting choices?
I would be very interested to watch just a Toad and Bowser and potentially Donkey Kong movie.
Okay,
That'd
so
be
that's
about it.
Jack Black, and who is doing Donkey Kong?
Donkey Kong Seth Rogen.
Okay. Okay.
And
You a big Seth Rogen fan?
no, I just think that he'd be a funny Donkey Kong mostly. I'm not a huge fan, to be honest. But
Come
um, yeah.
on.
No, I don't know.
Baron
It's interesting. Yeah, Baron
is on the
exists.
table. RTM potentially would be able to go over there
Oh,
and oh my god,
yeah. If the
Miguel,
Summoner's
chill.
Rift, if the Summoner's Rift were a table, the Baron would
Uh-huh.
be on it.
Absolutely. It would be like, in the middle of the table.
Oh, Sornats though is gonna find mid lane Hokage.
What
Good
a great
stopwatch
Zanya!
timing. He gets rid of the.
Oh!
Oh, he's got the flash still back away. In comes the teleport from Lipo lane, maybe to turn this one. Do they have the CC? Do they have anything? They do. The flash hook from Black Salt is gonna find Eddie. Can they even close the gap right now? They're just burning a lot of abilities and getting nowhere. Sayorsa may be the one in trouble. He gets thrown into the jacuzzi. Seaver Fever finally finds the range. Sornats can't
Where did
really do a whole
Cobra
lot,
come from?
but Seaver Fever's going to fall. Sornats is very low. The stun comes through. They're forcing really hard, but they're getting nothing for it.
Yeah, and it's just Seaver Fever who ends up dropping, so after that long fight, people duck, dip, duck, dive in and out. It's ROTM that ends up with the man disadvantage. It's 20 seconds before he ends up spawning again, so might be uh, a window here where CCG could contest the Baron, or not. That's also they could just chill. That's cool too.
Yeah, it seems like their big thing is mid lane prio, so they got mid lane prio.
I mean, it's very difficult for that though when you're against the mid lane Hokage though.
True.
You know. Well, they do be getting that vision around the. Screw the vision. They're just starting it up on full vision. So RTM knows that this is happening. And it's going down so quickly.
Yeah, mid lane Hokage tosses in the ball.
Oh!
Oh, that was so close. I don't know what number I saw, but it was very low on the end of that one. Seorson, Black Salt just scrapping it out. Seorson jumping in, gets a bunch of healing off that Gordrinker. It's a huge curse of the Sad Mummy CCG trying to turn this one back, but ROTM's health bars just aren't falling. The Ocean Soul keeping him topped off. They lose Colbrin, but do they have the damage to re-engage? Knockup going to land onto Gleason. He's trying to get to the Blast Cone, but he gets thrown into the Jacuzzi mid-Blast Cone and taken down. Mid lane Hokage's teleported into the bottom lane, and he's working his way on this inhibitor. It's just the Corki left alive. Slipstream trying to... Well, he's getting cornered.
Oh.
He's got to fight his way out of 3, and he's going to get trapped and bopped and bonked around and eventually finished off by Black Salt. And once again, it's going to be a solo Nexus Tower take for ROTM. Mid lane Hokage finishes one off, and now Seaver Fever will walk in and help him.
Going and finishing the game, no Kanye. Chasing Corki underneath multiple towers far away from the base, yes Kanye. But RTM gonna be able to take this one down after, that game was a lot more convincing, I think, than game number 1.
Yeah. So a 2-0 win for ROTM at the end of a 37-minute slugfest. They didn't have to walk in the front door that time, or they did, but they did. I missed my analogy. I don't know. We're gonna take a short break, and we'll be back with Crowstorm
The next game,
versus it's Crowstorm versus a team that I very clearly planned out.
Big Jake Luther, Not So Fat the Gamer,
What?
Shuju I'm reading the names, I'm sorry.
Oh, jeez. It's Performance Unenhanced Ducks is their name. That's the one.
Performance Unenhanced Ducks, so
Or-
it's PEDs but not PEDs.
PUDS, if you prefer.
Yeah, but I mean, but like PUD doesn't mean it's it'd be P, because like PEDs are what they're referencing. So
Yeah.
like, it's kind of, because those are performance enhancing drugs. So it's kind of a play off of that,
Okay.
right? It's pretty clever, honestly. It's that high level humor.
What the fuck? They load into game? Sorry about that. My son was choking downstairs.
Yeah, I haven't. I just got the sorry about that. I didn't go far enough. I haven't heard the lore.
I'm assuming it's like it's like Dyslexic's kid just running full speed into the oven. Hopefully that doesn't activate them, you know?
Doesn't activate. What does that mean? Doesn't activate them.
That's one of the copy pastas was it was something so Dyslexic's kid ran into the oven and then afterwards Hulk started balling out. There was something about Hulk being activated by the sound of children running Mach 3 into the oven or something like that.
I didn't know the lore. Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh, when Hulk hears the sound of a child banging her head on an oven, he goes Hulk Mark II. Is the full pasta.
That's a spicy pasta.
Yeah, and it's got lore behind it too. Like that actually happened. So.
I'm impressed. I think having the multiple layers there is like really the makings of a strong pasta.
I forgot about this one.
Which one?
This guy's incredible. You say at a party to break the ice.
Boulevard has a way with words. That's
Yeah,
all I
true.
know.
Yeah.
I feel like I was at that party, you know.
I've never been invited to one, so yeah, that's probably accurate, right?
No? We could
No?
make our brunch a party, okay?
Oh,
I'll
true.
I'll invite you to that.
I I'm now very much looking forward to this brunch, so I'm hyping
Yeah.
this up in my head, so better not let down.
When Riot pays me, we can do that. So, you know, I'm thinking
So,
February?
yeah, 2030, like. All right. Oh, I didn't change the thing. What is this? They're PUDS. PUDS.
They do be PUDs though.
I'm giving them a really ugly olive color because that's
No,
pretty
I
much
didn't do that.
because it's
That's
pretty
mean.
much the color of their logo. I think it might not be.
I think you're being mean.
I
Also, how do you know what color an olive is?
I
Come on.
just there's black ones and there's non-black ones. I don't know what the problem is.
Yeah? The
Yeah,
black ones and invisible ones?
yeah, because if something is what you people call these fake colors red and green, it's just invisible to me, right?
It's actually see-through.
Yeah,
Yeah. You kind of have like X-ray vision, but only for the color green.
yeah, it's
Uh, and
really
sometimes
weird.
red.
Like, it's really awkward when people wear those colors, presumably, because just like,
Yeah, if they were green pants, dude, it's So I have a pause, and there's a really cute emote that I'm looking at here with like space cats, and there's one like waving behind another cat. This is
that
a very cute emote, is what I'm getting
that
at.
that sounds really cute. I don't see it. I just have a blank screen, so well, not a blank screen. It is devoid of champions and emotes and things.
Here, let me send it to you.
Okay. Um.
Can you tell me what do you think of this emote?
Okay.
See, it's fun coming back to the game without playing it consistently because I can always be like, "Wow, that's cool."
Oh yeah, that was.
The
I think it
space
was part
brew.
of the event. Like I think I might have that emote. I'm not 100% sure. That is a
It's a
cute
very
emote though.
cute emote.
Anyway, you ready to do a game of League of Legends?
Always.
All right. So I already transitioned, but here
Wait,
we are.
what's the angry orange emote? Wait, that's amazing. I want an angry orange. He's shooting smoke out of his ears.
All right. Yeah, this is RotM Crowstorm taking on performance unenhanced ducks. Um, I don't know either of these teams' records. Actually, that's a lie. I know that Crowstorm's 3-0, trying to hold on to their undefeated season. I have no idea what PUDs are. Straight up. You could tell
Sure.
me anything and I'd probably believe you.
6-0.
Yeah, sure, why not? Big undefeated matchup here, 6-0 versus 3-0. Let's get it started. Uh, 3, 2, 1, go. All right, on the blue side of the rift, wearing the blue health bars are the performance unenhanced ducks. Vendetta in the top lane playing Lilia. Big Jake Luther in the jungle playing Vi. Not so fat the gamer in the mid lane playing Echo. And Salason in Juju Smith-Schuster in the bottom lane playing uh, Jin and Braum.
The escalation here in the chat. I.
Oh, jeez.
On the red side, RNCM, they're looking to continue their undefeated streak here. Cardinals 29 in the top lane on the Scion, Blazing Cake with the Kiana jungle. Wing Nation playing that Kennen in the mid lane, and then Bor and Garethar with the Ezreal Nami bottom lane. They do be winning the Stark market though.
True, I didn't know that there were winners and losers in the stock market, but somebody
Well,
won
there
it
have
for
to
sure.
be, right?
Well, like, you win and lose money, but I don't know that there's like you won the stock market. Like there's a guy that just did.
Well, I mean, assumedly they would be winning the stock market, right?
I guess that's true. That sounds pedantic though. I don't like it.
You
Not a
think
fan.
so?
Yeah.
How do you feel about starting green on Kiana?
Uh, you know,
I don't like starting green. Maybe I should start with that.
okay.
Because, so the only reason to ever go red is because red does more damage when you hit something that's low on health, right? Like that's the only reason to ever go red. Um, so the way that you use the buff is that you reset your buff when you swap colors. So what you want to do is you want to auto use your W again to get a different color, and then auto again, so it increases your damage, right? And I just don't think that the cooldown is going to be long enough for you to go from green to green to red again in time to get the extra damage.
So do you
But I
go
guess
out
you
and
aren't
grab?
actually using Q at level 1, so maybe it just literally doesn't matter.
Do you go out and
That's
grab
probably the
blue?
real answer. I don't know.
Like, what
Probably.
are you advocating? I
I like darting. I mean, you could actually swap between them. You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I started talking about it, I was thinking about the Q damage, but you're level 1, so you don't get Q anyway. So I think it probably just doesn't fucking matter. Um, I don't have any items. Do you have items?
I do,
Okay.
but we can pause and go back and get you
Nah,
some items.
we're
No,
we're vibing. I don't
no,
need
that's
items.
you don't need items.
Oh, Garithar.
Garithar might need items. He's got to flash away. Uh, Juju getting a little low as well, and no, we can totally pause and get you items. You just have to go back 15 seconds. It's nothing.
That's
Um,
so many seconds though. Oh,
no,
Vendetta.
uh, 3, 2, 1, pause.
Okay.
308.
Uh-huh.
Okay, backspace.
Okay. Yep. 253.
253. Do you have items?
I do.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
And the quick replay, high level production value here. I bet Vendetta goes in for a trade and gets knocked up.
Oh my God, the
Oh,
profit.
what a cancel there from Cardinals 29. It's a lot of the early damage from the deer just getting stomped out there.
Yeah, more trading in the bottom lane, and that's maybe what I'm worried less about because, oh, the flash was well timed by Cardinals. Doesn't get the knockup, has to get the counter flash though out of Big Jake. And yeah, they're trading summoners up in the top lane, but that's the jungler summoner for the top lane summoner, so theoretically advantage PUDS.
Kennen, by the way, just does a million damage for no reason. I don't understand this champion.
Yeah, Kennen has been, well, uh, not
Okay,
so fat.
Blazing Cake?
He's
Oh,
fine.
I didn't get the auto attack off. Savage.
Um,
Played against a Kennen last night who, like, wasn't even fed, but he still just, like, one-shot my ass.
no, Kennen, I'm pretty sure we're gonna see mid lane at Worlds. All the LCK mid laners have been playing him.
He do be seeming strong, though.
Yeah, I hope that we see Kiana. Like, this combo in particular is pretty nasty. It's like Rumble Kiana, but you don't have Rumble, instead you have Kennen. And it's basically the same thing. Because,
Honestly, I love Kiana. I like seeing Kiana played.
yeah.
Oh
So,
my god,
oh,
Boar?
Boar is in a lot of trouble. He's going to get bashed in with the door, gets stunned up. Do they have the damage to actually get through him? Somehow there's first blood up in the top lane that we don't get to see anything of for Vendetta, and second blood in the bottom lane is what we did get to see.
Yeah, and, you know, they're, looked like Boar might have gotten attacked by an alligator. Mouse in the wrong spot, ends up shifting directly into the enemy, and gets kind of punished for it.
Yeah, the immediate teleport back to top lane, though, from Cardinals, trying to shove this wave in underneath tower, and Vendetta will have to just grab some of these minions as best he can. Hit him with the whop. There it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were we talking about before that? I had something I wanted to say, but now I don't remember.
Kennen and Kiana.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm kind of excited to see what happens with Worlds, but I'm also kind of terrified that it's just gonna be Ryze Orianna mid lane every game. So we'll see.
Are those champions good right now?
Yeah. So that was basically the playoffs meta was Ryze Orianna, Azir. Not Azir,
Big
but
Jake Luther.
yeah. Big Jake Luther is here, and now there's some teleports coming off. Vendetta, gets the stun down, but they trade back 1 for 1 as Blazing Cake swoops on in. Now they're looking for the 2v2 in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Wing gets chunked very hard. The Ignite not quite going to finish him off. Boar and Blazing Cake maybe looking to turn this one back around, but the shield comes back up. Big Jake able to turn that one back with the Vault Breaker, and wow, that was awkward. I'm really sorry. Salason gets a second kill of the game.
Yeah, no, it just I'm sorry, I can't think. That teleport down from Vendetta was really bad for him. I mean, I don't know if the teleport was bad, but the end result was very bad because trading 1 for 1, but you lose all the stacks on your Dark Soul. And this entire time, Cardinals has just been allowed to farm up the top lane. He's caught up in CS, in fact, is well ahead of you now. And even though you picked up that first blood, it's not that much of an advantage there in the top lane.
Lose all your stacks on your Dark Soul.
You know, he's out there to collect all the Dark Souls.
Yeah, you know, every soul has its dark. That's what Mystery Dark Soul says.
Yeah, that's what what's his
Is
name?
that another Donkey reference? Jesus. All right, well, you
Do you
know,
think we could get Donkey to like feature on one of our casts?
um, that'd be really cool, but I doubt it. I don't think he plays League anymore.
That I think would make it more fun, frankly. If he had like, either A, no idea what was going on, or was just like upset the whole time, I feel like that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah.
That'd be very
Oh,
on
that General
brand.
was pretty well timed, but it's smited away by Blazing Cake. Now they need to try to navigate this one out. The Slicing Maelstrom comes in. Juju Smith-Schuster is going to fall for the first death.
The
Oh, a big ult from Blazing Cake. But the Chrono Break from Not So Fat turns it around. It's a double kill for the Echo. These are really exciting champions. I'm very pleased with that. The amount of particles that happened in that team fight. It's a triple kill for Not So Fat, and PUDS take a huge team fight win.
The endorphins in my brain off of all the colors on screen are just popping off, and it was a massive cannon ult there from Wing Nation, able to sort of stall the fight long enough for RTM to get an advantage, but Not So Fat the gamer, just a massive ultimate, able to just completely turn that fight around. And at the end of the day, it is the PUDs who are up 5 kills, up more than 2,000 gold, and even though they didn't get the dragon, are in a pretty favorable position at the moment.
Yeah, I really appreciated all the circles and all the anime bullshit that was happening on my screen. I hope that that continues the rest of the game. That was very fun.
Yeah. But is Echo also late for school?
Um, I don't know that they have schoolings on. I think that that's like part of the issue, right?
Do you think so?
Yeah, there's like a yeah.
Where did he learn all that shit then?
Oh, what shit?
Like he's like
The time shit?
he's the no, he's like a mechanics boy, he like knows all the he's a smart person.
Well,
He's a scientist.
in this skin, he's a rapper.
Yeah, where did he learn to rap, bro? You think that they just pick up the word flow? No, they have
Yeah,
to
I
go
think.
through many years of English.
Yeah, I think that you know Eminem out here studying English literature to make sure that he's got his rap flow down.
Well, I don't think that, the lit part matters as much. It's more about the
About knowing
English in
how
the
to
true
speak good.
sense.
Yeah.
Oh, the True Shot Barrage maybe gonna be able to. No, it's
No,
not gonna
no,
find Lily at
we're
all.
not watching Lilia, so
Well, if you look at the map, it was just he pinged where he thought it was gonna be, and Lilia was not there. I think it's funny actually listening to a lot of rap because there's the mainstream more rap that's all about like getting pussy and money and shit like that.
yeah.
But a lot of rap is just like a bunch of nerdy shit, and I think that's really cool. I'm thinking like early Eminem and stuff like that is just a lot of like nerdy ass references. It's not he's not trying to act super hard in a lot of his music. I just think it's kind of funny.
Yeah. Blazing Cake is gonna find Big Jake, and
Oh,
he's
he
dead.
doubled up on blue, so he didn't one shot Vi. Shaking my head. You're supposed to go blue and then red.
Shaking my SMH.
Yeah.
Winged is gonna walk into Not So Fat, and he's got a lot of damage right now. Oh, does he get the stun? Oh, he's got the ignite. Yeah, that's very sad.
Fudge. That's kind of cheating.
Ignite?
But no, I'm just saying that like super smart people like Echo don't just like manifest, an understanding of technology and such. If he made the time stuff, he had to learn that somewhere, right? So
Didn't
there
he?
has to be like some amount of education that he's received.
Didn't he find it? I don't remember. I don't know Echo lore.
Well, we see
I'm
him
not gonna
like
comment.
tinkering with shit in all the cinematics, right? Like,
Yeah, I guess
I
so.
don't. I think he's closer to like Spider-Man than insert superhero that just got gifted their technology. I can't think of one right now, but I'm sure that there is
I
one.
mean, Spider.
Ant-Man?
Oh. Oh. Well. Echo's pretty strong right now. Blazing Cake is here, trying to turn this one around, but he's gonna get slept by
Oh,
Lily
the
over the
Maelstrom?
wall. The Slicing Maelstrom trying to turn this one back around, but it's just not quite enough damage to finish anybody off except Big Jake.
Oh,
Oh,
the
the
Kiana ult!
ultimate! Okay.
Able to snipe out Not So Fat the Gamer, who is a very strong boy at this moment. The Echo did so much damage in that fight and was able to really make it look like it was absolutely going PUD's way, but the teleport in from Wing Nation combined with a nice little snipe there from Blazing Cake means RTM's able to pick up a couple on the backside and sort of, stop bleeding that has been happening here for the last few minutes.
I was gonna be pedantic and point out that like half of the Spider-Mans got gifted it, and the other half just like got bit by a spider, and that's not a gift. But like,
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I think, at least from the comics, almost every Peter Parker, like, at least made their web slingers and shit, right?
I thought that that was part of the spider bite thing.
No, that's specifically just the Sam Raimi movie,
Oh,
right?
I
Because like that's a big thing in a lot of the comics and a lot of the iterations of Spider-Man is like he runs out of web fluid because it's like a mechanical thing that he made.
I'll admit to having seen exactly one Spider-Man movie. So
Well, obviously it was Sam Raimi Spider-Man 1, and that's just the incorrect one to have watched. Come on.
I remember also watching one of the Tobey Maguire ones, but I don't remember enough about watching it to say that I definitively watched it at any.
No, it's Tobey Maguire in the Sam Raimi ones,
Oh,
I
is it?
think.
Okay.
Yeah, because Sam Raimi's the director.
Oh,
That's
I
yeah.
couldn't have told you that. All right.
That's okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to make you feel bad for not knowing that.
Just being snobbish, knowing your
Pedantic.
directives. All right. They're collapsing on Cardinals. He's gonna try to hold this tower. He's got Blazing Cake and Winged coming up slowly to maybe try to help him out, but they get spotted out on a ward, and it looks like Pud's not gonna go for that play immediately. Maybe looking for the recollapse. Blazing Cake gets chunked through. Not So Fat has a lot of damage. It just
Oh
Chrono breaks
no.
back out. The ultimate not very useful there from Blazing Cake. I guess it's ult for ult, so it's not like the biggest
It's
thing,
all
but
for
the
ult,
second
but
one was the bad one. I don't know. Yeah.
well, the big thing I think is that PUDs were, while that was going on, they were still able to secure that tower. So it was that RTM had decided to fight the war on the side, trying to pick up a kill or two there, and Not So Fat being able to just disengage that means that RTM gets essentially nothing for that while losing their tower. So really well played here by PUDs, I think.
Yeah, now they'll just parlay that into a Rift Herald. I don't know if this is the first or the second one. I actually
Is that the
didn't
is that
write.
how you use the word parlay?
Uh, no. Maybe?
Parlay that to
Probably not.
parlay.
Parlay.
Yeah,
'Cause
there
that
is
just
no
means that you can...
gangplank in this, so I'm just
Well,
disappointed.
parlay is supposed to mean that you, like, talk it out. So Gangplank's
Yeah,
shooting people with parlay is actually very funny.
uh-huh. It's the
Um,
it's the Han Solo approach, right?
yeah. Um, but yeah, I'd heard the word used like that, so I went for it. But maybe you're right. Maybe it doesn't mean that.
I am gonna be honest in that like my only understanding of it is like the pirate sense or like, captain sense, where it
Mhm.
is like a meeting or whatever. So I hadn't heard it used in that context, and maybe it does work there. In fact, I would err on the side of it probably does. Um, I just wasn't knowledgeable enough about it.
Gonna have to break out Google for the first time this stream.
You mean you weren't Googling the Demacian racism?
Uh, okay, so it's a noun and a verb, which we know, but like
Uh-huh.
to hold a conference with the opposing side to discuss terms.
Uh-huh.
I guess it doesn't really work.
So I mean, parlay they
They
had a
were
meeting
they were parlaying
to
with
get
Rift
the
Herald
shelling.
potentially. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah, it was trade offer with the shelling. All the trade offers are actually just parlays.
Anyway, this is now an educational stream. I just, I just wish I could get that tag really quick. I don't think anybody has the tags. Maybe the tags left? I don't know. They
Oh,
were
we
just
have tags.
auto-generated for a while? Okay.
We have English and MOBA as our tags.
Oh.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, those are the auto-generated ones. I've never, like, actually gone through and done
I think you
anything
can
about those.
set your own tags.
I know that you can, but I never have.
Okay.
I think I did when the tags first came out, and then realized that no one actually sorts by the tags, so I don't think it matters.
Well, I sort by the tags sometimes.
You and Lane just use this site in weird ways, and I don't understand. But yeah.
Well, Lane works for the site, so that would be like I think the weirdest way to use it. The fewest people probably in the world use it in that capacity. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, I like to support specific tags sometimes. Also, it can be helpful, if you're looking at a game and they put on their first playthrough, blind playthrough, don't talk to me. Then you know what you're in for, right?
Yeah. I guess that's useful. I just don't know. Like, I'd probably pick the esports tag, but I don't know that there's people going through like, oh man, I just want to watch some esports right now. And they're
Probably
gonna
not,
pick the
but
stream.
it could still be like I think that in the League of Legends Twitch community, it probably doesn't matter that much because there aren't a lot of people like scrolling through that and getting all the way down to like 15 viewer streams. Ooh.
All right, well, Gareth are gonna get caught trying to clear some vision, and the fight gonna break out 1-for-1. But Vendetta in, he gets a big sleep. They're gonna take down Blazing Cake. Wing trying to use the ult defensively to try to disengage, but it's just not gonna happen. So Layson on top of him finishes him off as he dashes forward with that Gale Force, and again PUDS come out with a big team fight win.
Yeah, they just had the positioning. It meant the RTM kind of had to walk into them, and it means that Garethar ends up getting popped at the very beginning of the fight. Blazing Cake as well just took a ton of damage, was able to still throw out the ultimate, but just not quite able to find enough there. And RTM just kind of folds there. It's 6k gold, 6.5k in favor of PUDS. They're able to pick up that second dragon of the game, and they're very firmly in the driver's seat. Vendetta's massive, not so fat. The gamer's massive, and even now Slayson is going to be a very,
Oh,
very
Sly
strong
is.
boy. Yeah.
You're right. It is SL and not SIL. True.
TIL.
MOUSE.
So I think that like there's probably like two different types of tags, right? I think that there's one that's just descriptive when people are scrolling through that would help them like identify what type of a stream that they're looking at, and then there are other ones that people would actually search by. So something like educational might genuinely be something that people search by, whereas like blind playthrough, don't backseat me or whatever is one that I think people would just read and would just be descriptive.
Yeah.
Does that make
So
sense?
I'm doing my blind playthrough of League of Legends right now.
Yeah, people do that, and I don't understand what that means. I think that just means don't backseat me. Shut the fuck up and chat. But I don't know.
It
I
just
see
means
the LOR
they
blind
didn't go in
playthroughs. I'm
reading
like,
it. Oh my god. They just
oh,
blow up Not So Fat. That was a really good pick. It just means that they have never seen any of the characters before. They're just gonna see what happens, I guess, you know?
yeah. The LOR blind playthroughs are just, don't spoil for me what happens at the end of last.
True.
I don't want to know it's Victor. Yeah, no, I don't know. Tags are definitely like
I don't
a strange thing.
it's Gangplank at the end of Saltwater Scourge? What? Like
Gangplank's fucking broken at the end of Saltwater Scourge. Why does he deal damage every turn? So stupid.
I didn't even get
And then
to
you
him.
have
The
to
like,
one-shot him from 20 to 0, otherwise he gets out of Dreadway and then like one-shots you. And they have like 4 copies of Gangplank.
I'll be honest, I've never gotten that far in that lab.
Oh, it's
Um,
pretty fun. I like
yeah,
that lab.
I got toward the end in like a Nami playthrough, and then I just fucking died. And I was like, oh yeah, that
Well,
seems
you
alright.
can keep going. That's the only
I
thing that affects is your grade.
Yeah, but like I wouldn't.
Doesn't mention that.
I don't think I would win the fight that I was in, like ever. So
You don't think so?
nah.
Oh. And you can avoid it. You can go to a different fight.
No, there was only the one pathway left, and it just like yeah.
Oh, well, go buy shit or something.
But it's
Or
use.
like
I don't have
trade
gold.
RNG high roll.
I
I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
I'm pretty sure I don't win. But
I'm sorry that that was the experience you had.
I mean, I'm pretty sure most of the
Hey,
like
Jake Luther?
Jake.
Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty
we
sure
really do
like
be throwing
most of
double
the.
blue a lot. Sorry. We want that root duration. What were you saying about the lab?
Most of
You
the
mean-
like the regular one. I don't remember what it's called.
I think it's just Lab of Legends.
Yeah, that one. Like most of those seem very difficult now. Like the initial
think so?
group of champions, it felt like, oh yeah, there's a unique way to win with this, and like it's not completely dependent on certain things, but like, boy, trying to win with most of the other champions feels really like Irelia feels really hard, and I don't feel like it
To be
should.
fair, she did
Just-
kind of get like nerfed.
But like the thing with the Scargrounds, like that fight is impossible because
yeah.
all your thing just does blade dance and like heals them. It makes them do more damage. Like
I
stupid.
think that there's a lot of like cheesy ways that you can go into those to like get your win. Right? Like there are some broken abilities that you can start out with, like the one that frostbites an enemy at the start of every round. Like kind of broken. And enables a lot of like the worst champions, like Lissandra or something, to still be able to just win anyway through sheer attrition. I imagine like Irelia into Scargrounds, you probably have to like elusive spam them.
Uh, so you either have to elusive spam, I think, or just get rid of the Scargrounds, which there's like
Also that.
a handful of cards that you can get, but you have to high roll those. Anyway, enough LOR talk. This is way
Game
more
of League of Legends.
a game.
Dragon is spawning. Ooh,
Ooh.
the General coming down. Oh, and he takes up the True Shot Barrage.
Well, he hit
Not
one
so
of those.
fat?
Oh, not so fat. It's just dead.
Not
And the
so
stun lands
alive.
onto Big Luther. Winged is in looking for the kills. He does track down the Braum. They'll look for Vendetta as well, who's into the stopwatch, gets knocked up, and ROTM gets their first big team fight win of the game. They're, still behind 5,000 gold, but, they'll get a dragon. They might get a Baron even. They might get
Yeah,
both.
not so fat, just not so alive after diving straight into the pit. Just walked straight into ROTM, didn't ult, just thought that he wouldn't get one shot, but ROTM kind of threw their abilities at him and kind of did be one shot him, and then a great engage there at the back of the fight from Wing Nation means that they're able to
Oh.
track down the rest of the members, and ROTM comes up with a big team fight win for
Yeah,
might have
so
just walked the wrong way.
Sliacin just had the work there.
Slicing him up? Slicing him up? Oh, and that means that RTM actually not going to be able to get the Baron because they had split off and then Boar wasn't able to rejoin the team means that PUDS are able to deny the Baron, which could have been like a massive swing, not only in gold, but in tempo. It could have been just, a pretty big advantage. And now the PUDS are the ones who are starting up the Baron, and RTM's not in a position to defend this. Boar's dead for 10 more seconds.
Yeah, teleport in from Vendetta as well, just to make sure that they can secure it. Cards hanging around with Blazing Cake. We'll see if they can go in for a steal or, really make anything of this, but I think they might just have to give it up. It's down to 4,000 health, which is lower than RTM was able to take it during all of the time they were wailing away on it. Cards is very low on the top side. This is apparently more important than the Baron that's happening. 2,000 health. Blazing Cake is in. 1,000. He steals it, and he's back over the wall. He flashes out. Vi follows him over, trying to take him down, but Blazing Cake is able to hold his ground. It's a big ultimate as well on that supreme display of talent. But in comes Vendetta, just tearing back through. They get the root. They get a bunch of damage down. They'll finish off Winged. Boar has to escape now. He's the last one left alive with the Baron buff, and PUDS now can push in mid.
Yeah, no, it's just so massive. RTM was
Boar?
able to steal up the Baron, but Uh, just not able to actually end up getting away, and they lose 4 members, and all of this off the back of just not being able to actually secure that Baron. Now they're going to lose their mid lane turret, maybe the inhibitor as well. The board is kind of wailing down on them. The health bars are getting kind of low. Looks like they are going to be able to pick up that inhibitor, and Vendetta on the bottom side is pressuring in. Oh,
Oh,
Dazanya's...
the stopwatch, is that going to be it? No, no. He's
I
fine.
would like the camera to show Boar so I could see if he's like, committing, if he's, in a position to kill. Is the camera trolling you too, or just me?
No, no, it's marginally useful. I'm glad that there is a directed camera, because, like, I can't imagine trying to observe different lanes, but, like...
It's honestly incredible that, like, directed camera has been around for years and years. It's always been, like, kind of mediocre, but it's impressive, A, that it exists, uh, and yeah, B, that it exists.
Yeah. They're looking for the engage. Juju walking straight into the face of Cardinals. Blazing
Okay.
Cake just going to take a big chunk. It's only about half of the health of Big Jake. Well, only, 50%
Only.
of the health bar.
Yeah.
Winged is maybe looking for the super engage over the wall. He's looking for the flank back through this Raptor pit. No, taking the less aggressive approach, I guess. Jin opening up. I'll just stand behind Cardinals, and he's able to tank back through. That would have been really awkward had they stood behind Cardinals, and then they just all get stunned by the parallel
Yeah, they
convergence.
get engaged on. That'd be pretty funny, but
Yeah, the siege
we're
continuing
just
here with
A-ramming.
the single Baron buff on Boar is enough to make this siege happen for ROTM. They're still behind 6,000 gold, but they're going to get the mid lane turret right in the face of their opponents, and just not willing to dive straight in. Our PUDS, and will disengage and head back out onto the map now. 28 minutes in, 6,000 gold lead for the performance unenhanced ducks, and yeah, minute 15 on this dragon would be dragon number 3 for either side.
Yeah. So, in preparation for Riot's new fighting game, right?
Uh-huh.
I've been starting to watch like a little bit of fighting game content, tiny bit. And there's a guy who does Will It Kill, where the whole point is that he has his Twitch chat and he has like a bunch of clips set up, and he pauses at like the first hit of a combo, and then everyone bets on whether it will kill or not, right?
Mhm.
And there's a group of people in the betting who he calls rock betters, which the impression would be that, in like a game of rock paper scissors, they just always go rock. It's just like big beefy, brainless guys, always go rock. It always kills. Um, anyway, the point that I'm getting at is that the people who just ARAM with a Baron, it feels like are the type of people who would only go rock and rock paper scissors. You just slam it over and over because eventually it'll work. Imagine using your brain and using tactics. Anyway, that was a long way
No,
of saying that.
that's
Yeah.
remarkable. I appreciated that tangent. There's a dragon up right now. And Jin is going to ult back through, and everybody is lining up behind Cardinals, which might be dangerous. In comes the Swirl Seed, not quite hitting onto any key targets. It's just Cards been able to take it up. Oh, in comes Vi, but that's such a good smite from Blazing Cake. The Kiana ult snaring up everybody on the backside, though. It's a big sleep from Vendetta, but they just don't quite have the damage to push back through. It's such an even fight. Boar is the only one with a full health bar right now. He's kiting back through. Luther gets the stun. Boar still doing a lot of damage on the backside. He jumps in. It's a triple kill. It's a quadra kill for Boar.
It's so long. It looked like Not So Fat the Gamer was going to be able to pull that out with the Zanyas in the middle of that fight, creating so much space, and it looked like our team wouldn't be able to take it, but Board the whole time on the backside, able to just throw out the spells, chip down the damage, and eventually able to pick up the Quadra on the backside. Plus, Blazing Cake hasn't lost the Smite fight yet, has just been able to pick that up. Now our team is on Soul Point, has won a fight, and has the pressure here. Baron spawning pretty soon, so they might be able to turn this into an objective there. But these fights are just so incredibly close.
Yeah, that was a pretty insane fight, and the only issue, the only thing that wasn't done right by PUDS was they did no damage to Boar and weren't able to get directly onto him. They finished off what should be the key targets in Kennen and Kiana, but Bohr somehow sneaking under the radar for the quadra kill, now up to 5 and 5, finishes up a QSS and a Hex Drinker, so he's feeling a little bit safe now.
Also, in these fights, watch Blazing Cake. I love the range that he plays at. Just able to dip, duck, dive in and out of these fights without taking too much damage. And
Oh,
he found Vendetta.
Yeah, again, very low into the stopwatch, gets knocked up immediately. Bohr takes him down. Now Juju has to kite back away, very low, but just the extra damage coming back through. And ROTM maybe has secured their rights to the Baron pit. They're losing a lot of damage on this top lane tower, and it looks like PUDS might want to recontest here at the Baron. So Slyason opens up with the Jhin ultimate, trying to find any range that he can.
Oh,
Kennen
but they found
looking
him on
for
the
the engage.
side!
The slicing maelstrom comes in. They've taken down 2. They've taken down 3, and now it's just the Echo versus the world. It's not going super well so far, as he's getting
Bohr's
snared up.
tanking.
Yeah, Bohr is just taking the Baron right now. Wing finally back to help him out, but none of the big beef boys, none of the real damage is on this Baron just yet. Still about 7,000 health. Not so fat, still very threatening.
Okay.
He
Parallel
comes around the
convergence.
side, hits the parallel convergence, but they've got the CC and they take him down. And that'll be Baron for Return to the Middle Sticks.
And so well played there on the Baron. It's happened like 3 times this game where Slyason just sort of opens up with the ultimate and has been able to just put down so much damage, and ROTM isn't able to do anything about it. But this time around, they were ready for it. They came around on the side, played around the vision, and just were able to engage on him immediately. A great ultimate from Wing Nation means that they come out on top in that fight, and it wasn't even close. They get the Baron, so now they have the pressure. And what was a massive gold lead in favor of PUDS at the beginning of this game, no 1.2k in the favor of ROTM, and they are in the driver's seat.
Yeah, they do be staring this car though. Right down the mid
Yeah.
lane, it looks like. Is
Yeah,
the
well, they
choice.
throw rock.
They did throw rock. Maybe,
So in the car
maybe not
metaphor, is that
completely.
just in the car metaphor, is that just the equivalent of, letting Jesus take the wheel? You just run down mid and see what happens?
Yeah. That sounds right. I was trying to think of something equally funny, but no, that's pretty much it. You got that.
So they're setting up for a dragon that's not. You have a minute to go push lanes. Go push lanes. Okay, they're deciding that they just. If you pick up the Infernal Soul, that's a win condition in and of itself, right? So like, screw trying to push towers and stuff, because if we just get so strong that the opponent cannot fight us, then we win, right?
Yeah, that sounds reasonable. Cards is up on the top side of the rift. There's, Vendetta set up against him, which both have teleport. Winged has teleport, and he's in mid. And the other 3 are in the bottom side jungle.
They completely gave up positioning on the dragon. They could have set up the vision, but because of the way that they backed up afterwards to clear out the waves, they gave PUDS a chance to walk in and get vision. So in this situation, they're able to push it back out and get control again. Just kind of weird that that's how it happened. Not So Fat, though, might be getting collapsed on.
Yeah, Blazing Cake and Bohr looking for Not So Fat. He's got the parallel convergence for a little bit of a shield, but gets thrown into the wall and taken down. Bohr now dominating, but in comes PUDS looking for the dragon. Was it the overextension from ROTM? In comes Cards. He slams into Vendetta. In comes the Slicing Maelstrom. They're able to finish off Vi before the dragon falls. Still 1,000 health left on it. Now they turn back around and the smite is there from Blazing Cake. ROTM running over the fight. Slyason forced back away. Juju not long for this world with Blazing Cake chasing him with the Yumu's Ghostblade. Blop just takes him down. That is apparently the noise that the Kiana ring makes, by the way.
Oh, and Blazing Cake Slicing accidentally clicks on the blast plant. Might end up getting chased down here. Looks like a very dead Jhin. And ROTM were able to find the pick on a Not So Fat the Gamer, and it means that they just win the fight. And now 10 seconds left on the Echo respawn, and ROTM should be able to just take this game number 1. Do you remember in this game when Not So Fat the Gamer was just the strongest man on the Rift, and it felt like the last few minutes just has not been able to impact these fights at all.
Yeah, almost finished off Blazing Cake at the end there, but yeah, 35-40 on the clock, 27-22 in kills. Basically, the only gold lead for ROTM was right at the end of the game, though, after that last fight, and somehow they cloud a victory in a game where PUDS was almost into sieging the base territory. Like we're gonna finish this one out. They even got the mid lane inhibitor down at one point, and yeah, good resilience from Crowstorm. They're up 1-0. We'll see if they can close it out in game number 2. All right, you ready for game 2?
Um, yeah, I should be good to go.
All right. Well then, welcome back, gamers, for game number 2 of Crowstorm versus PUDS. Let's just start it up. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay. What the fuck is Dark Harvest Wukong?
Uh,
Oh, I don't have any models. I'm pausing.
okay.
Alright, I hit backspace. I'm back at 2 seconds.
I'm at 3.
Okay, well, I'll count you in.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are we good?
I think so. We're close enough, at least. I might be a split second ahead of you.
Okay. But it's sometimes cool like that because then you're casting as I'm seeing it. It's like you're describing it to me and like they're doing what you're telling them to do. It's kind of cool.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Yeah.
You would introduce the boys.
Um,
30 seconds
yeah.
until
Uh,
minions spawn.
I don't actually, because here comes the invade. The flash from
Oh,
Gareth Hart.
oh,
Gonna get the other flash from Vendetta, who is playing Gnar in the top lane. Big Jake Luther in the jungle playing Diana. Not so fat the gamer in the mid lane on Vigar, and Slayson and Juju Smith-Schuster in the bottom lane playing Dark Harvest Wukong and Glacial Augment Senna.
that was a great transition. It was very well played. Uh,
Minions
red side of the Rift, red health bars, ROTM. Looking to close out this series after a really close game number 1 where they were able to just barely squeak it out and pick up the win. Cardinals 29 in the top lane on the set. Blazing Cake running it back on the Kiana. Decided to go with red as the start this time around. Wing Nation playing Xerath in the mid lane. And then Boar and Garithar playing the Jhin Nautilus, deciding that Jhin was the takeaway this time around, which I think was pretty smart. The Jhin from Slice and felt pretty strong. It felt pretty impactful.
Yeah, did pretty well early. Um, so probably good to get it out of his hands. Wing got the counter matchup in mid, so I'm gonna assume the counter matchup is this weird bottom lane from PUDS.
So, okay. Wukong Senna has been a thing before.
Yeah.
And has looked pretty good before. You know, it's definitely not as troll as it might otherwise look. Dark Harvest.
Yeah.
I'm 90% sure that's as troll as it looks. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't really have a defense for that.
I do like though that PUDS has gone for the darkness synergy with Senna and Vagar on the same team. They'll be able to stack it up, and you know, should be pretty good for them. I think you know it might give them a little bit of an edge.
Yeah.
That's an LOR because they're in the darkness and they both make dark. Never mind. It's
Yeah,
no.
they're like best friends
Yeah.
in LOR. And
They do be
maybe
besties though.
also,
Oh,
you
the
know who's
flash!
not best friends though is Cardinals with the solo kill onto Vendetta in the top lane.
Yeah, taking full advantage already of Vendetta. Having his flash burnt at that level 1 means the Cardinals able to pick up that solo kill and already turning the tables from that game number 1 where he ended up falling as the first blood. This time around, picked it up for himself, and Set is not the type of champion you want to see your opponents get an early lead on, so we'll see how much impact Cardinals is able to have because he's playing a strong champ, and being strong pretty early is good for him.
Yeah, they took away his Wukong and his Gnar, and he's showing them up on set.
Do you think
It's
that's what
just
it
not
was?
fair.
Do you think it was the takeaway Wukong?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Senna
Boar.
just does not have much armor, as it turns out, and gets shredded through by Boar and Garithar.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure all inning with Senna is just like basically never correct, right? Because she like heals and shit. When they first picked Wukong, holy shit! Wait, they really were out here to beat Cardinals. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, no Nardinals 29, no Wukonginols 29.
Instead,
Terrible.
it's Sentinels 29.
Yep.
Cardinals set. Card Sentinels. He do be playing set though.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, Blazing Cake
Yeah,
is
Cake
in the
is
area
here.
of Vendetta.
Gets
Still
the
no
Facebreaker
flash.
back. They have the root. They have the kill.
Oh.
Blazing Cake. That's a lot of burst out of that Kiana champion.
She do be doing a lot of damage though. Sorry, I feel like I'm stepping on your toes. You know, I start up a lot of the play-by-play, and
No, I
it's
mean
not fair of me.
I'm vibing. We're chilling. This is game 4 of the night.
Oh!
Oh, the hook from Garithar. Sliacin very low. Juju in trouble now as well. Boar gets the 3rd shot for the kill. Not the 4th one, unfortunately. But he's 2-0 now on the Jhin, and ROTM out to a big start.
Yeah, already showing that this easy bottom lane not gonna get them shook.
Oh,
But
but here
Diana,
comes
though.
Big Jake. He only hits it onto Boar, maybe looking for the turn. The teleport back behind him, though. It's Cardinals looking to turn it back, but the shutdown goes to Big Jake. He's looking for Garithar now, but in comes Blazing Cake. You'll finish that one off. Cardinals just gonna take part of the minion wave, and he's
He
chilling.
did end up taking down Sliace in there.
Oh, well,
Now he's a nice guy, giving Senna a few stacks. You gotta give back sometimes.
yeah. Well, now he's 2-0-1, and he's gonna head up to that top lane. You know, doesn't have that big CS lead that he had, but he'll probably feel okay about that.
True. Vendetta gonna be able to pick up this plate probably eventually. And with that, I mean, you know, that's pretty good at trying to even out a lane that so far has not been going his way. Even with that plate, still down 800 gold personally. Isn't great 6 minutes into the game.
I always see. All right. So I don't know. I don't know about
Yeah.
Jhin players, right?
Okay.
They just. Why does everyone rush Swifties?
Because you want to go fast.
Yeah, but like, you need damage before that? I don't.
If you run
Is
fast,
it that
then
valuable? What is that hook, Garithar? Excuse me? He's even got the Nautilus emote. What a monster.
Yeah, no, he do be taking advantage of that lollipop, and though call him the Candy Man. Oh my goodness, that was awful. Um, Blazing Cake going in there messing with the Diana just a little bit, but not gonna overcommit. In the spot lane, Doobie just exchanging blows over and over though,
Yeah. Meanwhile,
which I think is good. You know, they're not selfish lovers. You know, they take turns on the blows.
I'm putting you in quarantine for that one. That one
No, when
was.
you don't engage with any of them, it makes it that much more awkward. I think.
I'm just letting you live with the guilt of what you've done. You know.
Yeah. I think I'm funny as fuck, so you know it doesn't work.
Well,
Oh, Gareth
as
are
long
not
as
quite able to find purchase,
this
but
is
Big Jake
really awkward.
Luther.
Yeah, Big Jake and Wing just walking next to each other down to this bottom lane, both trying to get here. Moonfall coming through, not quite enough to finish off Garithar, but he's trapped between Senna and Vigar, which is something I'm sure you're used to on the LOR board. Juju Smith trying to dodge out. He's got the happy feet. Oh, no, not quite enough to dodge away from the auto attack from Blazing Cake. Sorry, that was too far.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that.
Uh,
So with Winged and Big Jake walking down, would you say that they were engaging in parlay and just couldn't quite
Oh, the
agree? Oh,
flash primordial burst. There it is. The outplay, the big outplay from Not So Fat, and he's got to try to get away now. That's a lot of damage on DeBoer. The stun is nicely placed, but I don't think he's going to make it out of this one.
yeah, pretty good there by our team. Eventually able to track him down and
Oh my god.
get revenge.
Cardinals? Not quite. The Gnar into the wall from Vendetta, plus the crunch away. And he's fine. Oh, slice.
Oh,
Wait, did he?
so he healed, and then the speed up combined with the Swifties was able to outrun the Cyclone.
All right. Well,
Which I don't think
guess,
normally you're supposed to try to outrun Cyclones, but you know, in this case he was able to.
Yeah. So, therefore,
You're supposed
every
to just
time.
like hunker down, right?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a cyclone and like a tornado?
They're the same thing,
Then why are there two different words?
because they're originated from different places.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How's that?
I don't know. All I can think of is it's a Nelly song.
Like a cyclone.
Yeah.
Something, something, something all night long.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. No, I feel you, I feel you. Can there be... So like there could be like water cyclones, right? Like that's a thing.
That's a typhoon. No. A
No,
typhoon
I
is
just
like
mean
any rain.
like, you know, like a drain creates like a water cyclone.
Yeah.
Um,
I thought there was
so
like
like
a word for that though.
probably,
Isn't it
but
just a
I'm just,
water spout? I don't know. Oh,
I don't
oh,
think
that
that's
was
what
so
spout means.
unlucky. It isn't gonna matter because he just has the damage. But now in comes Vendetta, trying to get some autos down. Oh, Garithar not quite able to find the range on that hook. Blazing Kick just chilling in stealth, and he's gonna be fine because of it. Vendetta forced away, and maybe a
Our team just
no.
kind of able to get away with murder there, literal murder. They killed Diana.
Yeah.
So the point that I was going to get at is that, oh my god! Oh! Block that! Slicing! Buddy!
That was better than any play-by-play I could have done there. It was better than oh my god. Yeah, that was great. I liked that.
Sorry, I was just... Oh, he still hit him! What the... Board, chill! Chill, bro, chill!
He's gonna be chilling in a
Oh!
green screen. Yeah.
Oh. And I was gonna say that, like, cyclone, you know, maybe as a word, has more uses than tornado, right?
Yeah.
Maybe that's what I was gonna. Whereas, like, you know, cyclone refers to like a movement, perhaps, whereas like tornado refers to a very specific thing.
Yeah,
But
Winged
Big
and
Jake Luther
yeah, Winged and Jake
should be
just.
dead.
I'm saying names over and over again, but they're not necessarily connected. Slicing with the sidestep, not so fat is just getting punched, and it's not going super great for him. Oh, that's cute. I Oh, the face breaker for the cancel. The Q is enough damage from Not So Fat. Meanwhile, Vendetta's now Mega Gnar looking to track down Winged, who has no mana. Now he's got a little bit of mana, enough for the Shock Orb. Trying to get some distance. Oh, that Mega Gnar, the Gnar, if you will, just
Oh,
wasn't quite enough.
Slicing though.
Sliacin, he did teleport in. He has no Cyclone available. So he cannot spin very fast, and as a result, he will I'm not going to make the joke I was about to. That's a double kill for Boar. It's a triple kill for Boar. He needs a fourth one just for the lore, but RTM are kind of just running over this game.
Do you think that, like an in-universe representation of Wukong's cooldown, do you think that he just like gets dizzy after spinning so much that he can't spin again for like a minute and a half?
Yeah. I mean, he also burns mana to do it, so it's some sort of magical spinning.
Uh-huh. Well, he is like Goku. So like, could Goku spin several times in a minute? I wonder.
I'm not as up on the Goku lore, so...
Hmm.
Or, no, not the Goku. What are you saying?
Well, he is Goku, right?
Son,
Like
Son Wukong.
he
He's not Goku.
no, he's literally he rides the fucking cloud. He has the tail. He's literally Goku,
I guess,
like
but
from
like,
the original Dragon Ball.
he's Son Wukong. Like that's just a
So
thing
like,
that exists outside of Goku.
he's literally Goku.
Is Goku literally Wukong?
No, no, Goku came first.
I don't think that's. All right. Yeah, sure. I'm not.
You don't think so?
I'm not willing to fight this fight. Not tonight. Maybe tomorrow. Shock Orb gonna land onto Big Jake and mean that he can't really get in. The Moonfall doesn't do a whole lot, and Vendetta's gonna die. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Cyclone coming in for Boar. They're looking to dive underneath this tower. They just really hate Boar for some reason. They finally get the shutdown onto him, but Garathar's there to make sure to trade that one back, and now he's gonna try to solo. Oh, he's not gonna solo.
Oh,
Right of the
Sharon?
arcane. That's so broken. Oh no, the double kill on the Riptide for Garathar right before the third one. Might have landed. I actually don't know how that hitbox works. Not so fat as pushing bottom, so he's doing his thing.
He do be stacking though. How many stacks do you think he has? Just wild guess.
100.
He literally has 100. Did you look?
No, I actually didn't. You can watch the stream. I didn't look.
He literally had 100. You're insane.
I just that's my like break point is like 115 minutes means you're having a pretty okay game. Like,
Well, I'm impressed, frankly.
well, at least I can impress someone, you know.
Okay, how much AD do you think Jin has?
44. Go for the meme. He's got way more
40?
than that.
How would he have 40?
Cause the
His
fours,
base AD is higher than 44.
yeah, but the memes.
But you could have said like
The
444.
flash forward. Oh, the shutdown. The solo kill for Not So Fat.
Wing Nation Zerath flash ready. Wing Nation Zerath flash ready. Wing Nation Zerath flash ready. The chat's mean. Who's pinging all this?
I think Wing is pinging his own flash in that situation.
Maybe. I think. I don't know. It's hard to. Because I know that the
'Cause if it was someone
spectator
else,
usually
wouldn't it
doesn't
say-
tell you who pings, right?
Oh, I thought it would still say if it was
I'd
somebody
agree
else.
in game it does, but I just don't think the spectator shows that.
Garathar is looking for this 2v3. I guess Cake is here. Cake is hanging out. He's on a ward. It doesn't matter. Oh my god.
It could be a lot of damage though.
Yeah, he doesn't even like have that much right now.
Yeah, it's Ghost Blade, and that's enough.
Yeah, apparently. Ghost Blade plus the Iron Spike Whip, which feels kind of thematic for Kiana. I don't know where
I feel like
carry
she'd
a
be,
whip.
she'd dig it.
Yeah, I think she'd be into it. I don't. She doesn't really have anywhere to carry it, but like, she'd be into it.
Well, she could like. She has hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
She probably has a belt, right? A Louis Vuitton belt.
Yeah.
Oh.
You could fit a whole whip in there. Boar's able to take down Vendetta to start out that fight. The dive through from Diana is not successful. Meanwhile, Vigar does outplay Garithar. I'm getting my Nautiluses confused, apparently. Wing finishes that kill off, and it's just not so fat. And Juju left alive to try to
Yeah.
defend against the onslaught from
Oh
RTM.
no.
And unfortunately, Winged is going to get outplayed again by Not So Fat. Just showing off all of the Vigar mechanics. That was it. Meanwhile, Cardinals
And
did not show up to the fight.
unfortunately for PUDS, a fight that started out looking pretty good. Vendetta got a pretty good engage there with the Gnar. But unfortunately, just not enough damage backing it up. And ROTM is very strong at this point. 25 to 9 is the kill score, up nearly 8k. And they do be doing a lot of damage, though.
Yeah. Now the Dragon gonna get started up for RTM. That's their second one, and we'll see what flavor of Rift we'll get to end the game on. You want a spicy Rift? You want a... I never really decided on a flavor for this one. That's unfortunate.
Rocky Road.
Yeah?
It's chocolatey, yeah. Well, because it's rocks, because like mountains, right?
Okay.
But like Rocky Road also refers to like a flavor of ice cream. So, you know, it kind of works on like 2 different levels. You don't
Okay.
like it. No, that's okay.
I
We'll workshop it. We'll workshop it. We'll
I
think
just
about something
don't
else.
feel like I associate rocks with like a good flavor, you
Uh, yeah, but you could call it Rocky Road,
know?
right?
Call it like an earthy flavor. That's like a good way to phrase
An
it, but that
earthy
almost sounds
flavor?
like pedantic.
I don't.
It has some nice earth tones.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know what the fuck that means. Like I've heard
It
that
tastes
said,
like
but
dirt.
that just means nothing to me.
Oh my, blazing cake.
He stole the blue. What a jerk!
Now he's
Now gonna steal his life as
Oh,
well?
no, Garithar is.
Oh, Garithar.
Yeah. Cake isn't that mean. He was gonna let him go.
What flavor of cake do you think blazing is?
It's whatever flavor. It's just on fire. I don't understand
What do
the
you think
question.
like an on fire cake would taste like?
Well, like, I mean, there's like lava cakes. That's probably pretty close.
Ooh, that's smart. I like that. See, I was thinking maybe it's like a birthday cake. You know, it's blazing because like the candles.
Yeah. Maybe
You know.
maybe it's like a pot brownie, but not quite. It's just
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I made that joke the first time we casted it. I was
oh.
like, "What type of blazing is it?" And then you didn't engage with it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, well, never mind."
Yeah, I didn't know how many pot jokes I want to make on the stream, but now that we've been going at this for 2.5 hours, I've decided they're fine.
Is that like the like the limit? You know, after like 2.5 hours, X number of pot jokes are allowed.
Yeah. uh,
Well,
yeah.
it's like, you know, for PG-13 media, you're allowed like one fuck. So for this stream, you're allowed one pot joke.
Yeah. That sounds reasonable. Or either that, or there's like a set number of pot jokes that you can make for the like lifetime
For, like
of
the
the
whole
streamer.
season.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably approximately 420.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we probably have quite a few to go. I don't think we're anywhere near that.
Yeah. Just didn't want to use them all up at the start.
That's smart. We don't know how long the stream will last, right? Like the stream will last. So it's probably pretty important to end up saving them just in case, you know, we hit like a treasure trove. We don't want to waste them on like mediocre pod jokes.
Yeah.
Double teleport coming in to try and save Not So Fat, but I don't know if they're gonna get that much on this. Our team still has more members here than PUDS, so if they were to engage, I'm not sure it would go particularly well for them. But at this point, they're just like hardcore bleeding out, right? They need to find a fight somewhere. They need to find a win somewhere. This Vagar is really strong, you know, and you have a wombo combo potential. So maybe camping a bush.
Yeah. Our team's just running them around the map right now, though. They pulled off of the dive very smartly, I think. But they forced the double teleport out of
Oh,
Vendetta and
Jake.
Slyason, and now
Poor
Big Jake.
Jake.
Oh, he's fine, able to dodge back over the wall with his flash.
Okay.
Now the big Gnar into the wall, looking for the fight to start out. Cardinals is just in deep, trying to do anything that he can. He's not able to finish anybody off, though. It's just a 1-for-0 so far for PUDS. Winged is caught in between, you know, the flanking Slyason, and this is actually going pretty well for PUDS. Slyason still hanging around. Oh, but the re-engage from
no!
Cake. In comes the damage finally. More over the wall, but he's going to get taken down. Cake is low, but trades one back. All right, double kill. In comes Slyason. Yeah, they're not going to go for that one.
Flash over the wall to Gale Force in to follow up on Kiana engage?
Yeah.
That's incredible. That was
It's
incredible.
like you've never watched Boar play AD carry before.
Yeah, that was... You always follow up on the engagement. Fuck being ranged. I don't want to be ranged.
Yeah, the team said
I'm
go,
melee now.
so I'm going, right?
Yeah, no, I respect the hell out of him, man. He's a ride or die homie.
Meanwhile, Cake, who
That's
made
funny.
the engage, somehow escapes out without dying. He's 8-0 and 8.
Yeah.
Has not died yet. But that'd be a pretty big shutdown. It's a big bounty on his head right now. That maybe PUDS could cash in and start to turn the game around.
You know, I thought that fight would go better for ROTM. You know, with Cardinals immediately going deep, I thought Garithar would be able to have, you know, enough of a buff to be able to, you know, just hardcore carry through that fight. But
Yeah. Does Nautilus actually get buffed by deep? Yeah. I
no,
guess
he
does.
doesn't.
Oh,
Nautilus.
okay. I know it's
He
the
does.
sea monsters, but I didn't know if
Well, he
Nautilus
levels
himself
up when you go
Okay.
deep, right? So he gets like plus 13 attack, which is pretty good.
like plus 13.
Yeah, he's unflipped. He's a 0 attack unit.
And he gets 13 attack.
Yeah. He goes from a 0-12 to a 13-13.
Okay. That's a couple.
He do be a big boy though.
I don't think I've ever felt like Nautilus had like that much damage in a game, but like respect.
Usually he just gets chump blocked, right? Like his only keyword is fearsome. So if you have something with 3 attack, he's probably literally never hitting you. The big worry is like atrocity, right? Because he can cheat. Oh, not so fat. Finding the
Oh, Boar is down again. Winged falls as well. The two of the 3 carries. Let's be entirely honest. Gonna fall for RTM and PUDS. You know,
Yeah.
punching their way back into the game.
Don't discount the amount of work that Cardinals is doing here as the 3rd carry. But that is going to be the Baron started up for PUDS. Vagar's not here yet, so potentially a little bit scary as RTM is teleporting in and PUDS probably smartly not going to force the issue since their Gnar doesn't have teleport.
Yeah, the event Horizon used to slow up the progress of Cardinals. They don't do Baron particularly quickly with this team comp, weirdly enough.
Yeah, distinct lack of DPS. Do be making it difficult though. But they pick up 2 turrets, that's some standing gold going in their pockets, and what was almost a 10,000 gold lead in favor of our team over the last few minutes has kind of evaporated. Only 5,000 in their favor, which is still a significant amount, but, you know, considering where we were at a couple minutes ago, this is a throwable game.
Yeah. My head is other places. I'm sorry.
No, you're
I
fine.
was thinking the world song is like almost guaranteed to come out tomorrow, so that's pretty exciting.
That is exciting. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's the Tuesday before World starts, and that's traditionally when they release it. So,
Do they release it like, what, 9 a.m., 10 a.m.?
I think it's usually noon Pacific or something like
Oh,
that.
so it's like 2 for normal people?
Or it's like, I don't know. It always used to like stuff usually releases while I'm at lunch, or was at lunch at work, which is 11. So
Sure.
I guess 10 Pacific. Not sure.
Oh,
Anyway,
Garithar.
Garithar may be a little bit caught here. Slyson trying to get onto him. He's trying to buy time with the Nautilus ultimate, and you know, not buying a huge amount, but Winged is pushing down on the bottom side. Blazing Cake is making his way through the jungle, maybe to look for a flank or a pick potentially into here. RTM not willing to give up this position just yet. Winged doesn't have teleport, so he can't join. That's potentially important, because he's just wailing away on this bottom lane tower. And PUDS walking through the jungle. Cake and Boar still pushing in, just not deterred, even though they're down a man right now. Oh, the teleport back behind Winged. He's about to experience some gameplay. Maybe just going to trade himself for this tower. I think he'll be happy with that. It's actually Sliason that teleported in. And Winged just going
You
to try to
don't be
walk it
having
out.
the Cyclone.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
All the pings. Holy shit, guys, chill, chill. We get it. Wukong flash.
37 seconds on Winged spawn, so PUDS have the main advantage. They have the power play right now.
Yeah.
We'll see if they can
Would you?
set
Are
up
they
the puck
gonna?
into the offensive
So
zone here.
they've won the last 2 fights. Would you say they're going for the hat trick? That's like, cause that's 3. Is
Yeah,
that how hat
I
trick works?
I
don't-
would. I would in fact say that, yeah.
Are they gonna go for a Selly afterward?
Only if they win. I don't know that
Well,
they will.
after they get the hat trick, right? They
Yeah.
can have a quick Selly.
They could have a quick Selly. That is how that works, yeah. You know, you're turning this cast into a real gong show. It's-
Oh yeah, I think so. I'm sorry, I'm a bad influence.
Alright, well, wait, you can
He
just-
can do that?
What?
What? That's cheating. That's bullshit. Yo, I'm calling Riot up. What the fuck was that? The man's melee. Why can he do that?
I mean, he gets extended attack range, but I didn't think it'd be that much, right? To go
He
all the way
do
over the
be-
fucking wall? That was neat. I'm gonna have to do that. Anyway, big engage here. Jake, oh, didn't hit anybody with the Moonfall. Now Sliason is just spinning on Cardinals, and that's not the target he wants. Cardinals is just bopping his way back through. He's got the double kill on the front side of that fight. The hook from Garithar pulls back in Vendetta. Bor, not super accurate on the ultimate shots, but it's not
Yo,
gonna
he
matter.
hit one of them.
Yeah, he did hit one of them. One for 4. That's
Oh,
not
Vagar, the steal over the wall. The W does so much damage. Okay, well, he actually didn't steal it.
No, he
I was trying to hype it out.
yeah,
but-
he didn't even throw it. In fact,
What the fuck is he doing?
Yeah, I don't know. He's dead,
Um,
and that's gonna be Baron for ROTM.
Yeah.
After a quick excursion to the red buff, they got Mountain Soul off of that, so they get these extra little shields that are, you know, pretty nice to have.
Most definitely so.
I like that Cake is really committed to the jungling thing. He's taking the red buff, take a blue buff.
His team doesn't need him, right?
No, he's.
I think it's smart to get all the resources on the map. It's like otherwise this Diana would be able to like pick up a blue buff, right? And Senna would be able to pick up a red buff. These could be the difference makers in the next fight.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're flaming him for that, you know, as opposed to increasing the Baron takedown by like 3 seconds.
I'm not flaming. I'm just blazing him. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You blaze him?
No.
No?
Yeah. No. I don't know.
See, Senna would have a red buff right now. How insane would that be?
Huge. I'm really worried. Like, the 0-6 Senna was pretty scary, but the 0-6 Senna with a red buff. Oof.
Well, I mean, that makes her have utility that she really is lacking right
Yeah,
now.
I mean, imagine if she had a slow on her auto attack, right?
Well, I was thinking, you know, the 150 true damage.
Yeah, imagine she had a slow on her auto attack.
How much damage does the red buff do right now? Well, it doesn't say. Why doesn't it say? That's... I'm disappointed. It's based on, like, average level in the game or something, right? It's something stupid like
Oh, I
that.
thought it was level of the holder, but you are probably right.
I think it's average level of the game because otherwise, you know, I would use that as a reason to never give my AD carry red buff because I'm higher level than them, right? So objectively more damage. I feel like I would know if that were the case because I would have absolutely used them. But if that is the case, then I have ammunition in the future.
Yeah. Jin.
Oh, the
also has
stun?
ammunition.
So much damage and Jin's dead!
All right. Well, he got completely outplayed by Not So Fat. Meanwhile, Cardinals going in for the 1v3. trying to find already has used the haymaker, so that's not working out for him. It's another shutdown. It is a shutdown going to Juju. And
What?
was that 2 shots or was that
That
3?
was 2 shots.
Jesus
That was
Christ.
the 1-2 punch there.
Um yeah, so Wing can just kill a man apparently. Cake? Oh my god. Oh
Oh,
my
oh
god, Cake.
no. Ah.
Slayson has nowhere to go. Well,
Oh,
maybe he's got
plus
somewhere to
25.
go. He's fine. Alright, well. As it turns out, he
How
did have somewhere to go.
how low can like your kill gold go? Like, is there a point at which Wukong clone is worth more than Wukong?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Is that like
Just go
0
play
and
it.
15 or something?
Just go play a bot game. Like, you'll find
Oh
out.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure it's 10. Kill go gets down to 10.
that'd be incredible.
It might be 25. It might just be even. But yeah, it
I would have
does.
guessed something like 40,
It goes to the
but
point where it's more worthwhile to kill the minions for sure than it is to actually
yeah,
kill the
yeah.
bots. Not that you're playing bot games to like farm gold efficiently, but
I often do.
yeah.
That's absolutely.
I like that Wing panicked about Cake trying to take that.
Yeah.
You gotta put the fear of life into him, you know? How much are you
Yeah.
willing to commit to this blue buff?
I think one thing that sucks about Kiana at like this point in the game, is we watch Luther die.
Yeah,
Is that
he's trying to farm our team's jungle, and you know,
yeah, imagine. But you often want to have the blue um ring to be able to like catch people out, right? Like that's very important in these fights. When you're fighting in the opponent's base, you don't have a way to like refill blue. And I think that's kind of stupid. I think that they should add another point, whether that's in base, like a literal fountain or something
I
that she
mean,
can get blue from.
the inhibitor's kind of like a fountain. You could get it from the opposing fountain.
I'm thinking like these little rocks here, they should be like literal fountains.
Maybe. Cardinals is going in, gonna take down the Gnar to start off the fight. Slayson trying to dash back through, but the Cyclone not doing a huge amount. It's a double kill for Boar, and now he's gonna open up with the
Oh,
ultimate. The triple kill for him, and now the artillery firing.
oh my
Jesus.
god.
Yeah, it's an ace for 1 second, and now Big Jake is back, just to watch his base get destroyed by RTM. We'll see if he tries to scrap it out. He could maybe kill Garithar.
He wins these? He wins these?
Oh,
Oh.
almost. That was pretty close. Crowstorm gonna take a 2-0, and they'll go into the final week of the regular season undefeated at 4-0, and looking.
Augers?
I believe they've already secured the #1 seed as well. So, um, congratulations to them. They play the defeated team in their group, so we'll see if that game even happens this week. But yeah, big ups to them. 4-0. That feels pretty good. Darkwind unfortunately dropped their second game of the week that we're not going to show on stream because I don't want to cast more. Cool. So they're 1-3. They need a win in their last game, and whichever team is the one immediately above them to lose in order to qualify for playoffs. So still a lot to play for both well, not for both teams, but for Darkwind this week they've got a lot to play for. For Crowstorm, they get a victory lap if they get to play the game. Um, so do support the boys there. Tomorrow night we'll be back with week 2 of UAL, which hopefully happens this week. That would be kind of neat. But that's at 7 tomorrow night. I think that's it. What do you have going on this week? What can we watch Aikido for?
This week, I think there's gonna be OLS this weekend, maybe on Saturday. Um, I do be streaming from time to time. Drop a follow.
Yeah.
Other than
If
that,
you
that's
if
it.
you don't follow, go follow X Aikido. He do be doing the card game. Even if you don't support the card game, at least support the boy. Cool.
Nah, you don't have to. It's okay.
Go
I
do
wouldn't
it.
want to force
Don't.
you to watch a card game you don't play. Otso, bro, Otso shows up. He's in there talking about MTG, and I'm like, those are words. I follow, but I appreciate you being here, bud.
Yeah. That'll do it for our stream tonight. Thank you so much. Are you streaming tonight or are you off?
I don't know. I don't feel great tonight, so maybe not tonight.
Maybe not tonight.
Try
All
tomorrow though.
right. We're gonna go read Winged. They're playing a scrim right now, so yeah. Special thanks
Talk.
again, X Craze for the resub. 8 months. That's kind of ridiculous. And then Firelight and Cardinals turning in their 15,000 points for emote buttons, so that's really neat. But yeah, go support Winged, I guess. We just supported him, but go support him more, I guess. And yeah, we'll see you tomorrow night. Bye.
Oh! Oh, they do be paused though.